the ground now, and somehow I feel like you don't know me. Shook me to the ground now, I don't even know how. Brought me to a life that you never showed me. Coming from a locked up ghost of yourself, but you're coming from the light. There's more to you than you ever thought there was. Yeah, you're coming from the light.
All right. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome. My name is Resorty, and to you, one and all, I say hello, friends. Welcome. How's it going? Hope you're doing well today. A pleasure to be with you once again on a lovely Monday morning here. I know a Sunday evening there. Happy Super Bowl Sunday to you, one and all. At least those of you who watch such things, I hope your Super Bowl is going well. It just started 15 minutes ago. For whom we're rooting today? For whom should we all root? Is it the Fighting Taylor Swifts or the other team? All I know, honestly, all I know at Super Bowl this year is that they had to get Taylor Swift home right quick to go watch her beloved play. So she's there safely, as I understand it. She left Tokyo yesterday and now she's arrived. So for whom are we rooting? Let me know. Thank you very much, George, for your generous resubscription. It's been good having you with us for how long now? For 3 months. My goodness, George. Part of the community for a long time already. Thank you for being here with us, rather sincerely. Hello to you, Toasted Wookie. We're rooting for the red team. Go red team. Are they the enemies? Like usually it's blue friendly, red enemies. I don't know. Hello, Bad Beat Bill. Hello to you, Garrett. They're allowed to do the Super Bowl with Resorty Live. I know, how dare they consider that? Don't they know there are more important things to watch than the Super Bowl? I, of course, am rooting for the commercials, and in particular, one commercial. I don't want to spoil it if you haven't seen it yet. This is the one that will be, I don't know, what do we say about it? It's for a brand of coffee. The coffee brand is surely the greatest of brands. So when you see the coffee commercial, you come by and say, Resorty, saw the coffee commercial. That's delightful. And I agree it is, for sure. Hello to you, Super Cheese. Hello, Steve. Hello, Sook. Hello, Pepper. How's it going to you, freak? Spudsworth, welcome in. Hello, Jim. Hope you're doing a good weekend, Jim. Same for you, Super Cheese. Same for you. Who else is here? Jarl and George and Black Dove. Hello, everybody. Do I get paid $7 million for a 30-second ad? Unfortunately not. Yeah, I mean, I'm happy to do your ads live on stream for $7 million. No, I actually don't know what my ad rates are these days. Probably a little bit less than that, though. Despite the uncountable number of viewers watching the Resorty show, maybe they get a few extra ones over on the television with the Super Bowl. Yeah, I mean, how many people actually watch this thing? Isn't it 112 million or something? Crazy number of people. I think it's the case that people see the Super Bowl as an important moment of American unity, because lots of people, despite where they come from, despite their background, despite their politics, despite all of it, will still watch this thing and then discuss it in a largely positive way. So hooray for community, hooray for unification, whichever way. I hope all of your red teams win well. Your Eagles are not in this year, so you don't care? Yeah. At that point, then, when the team that you care for is not in the bowl, you don't care about either side, do you then just hope to watch a good game? Or do you then root for the commercials? Do you watch just because something on? Or if you don't have a team that you want to watch, do you just not care about the thing and set it to the side? Because my preferred sport, soccer, of course, I really enjoy watching basically any soccer match, even if I don't have a team in the hunt. Now, with that said, this weekend Wrexham lost 1-0. That was pretty bad. It was a beautiful match, though. A match I was glad to have watched, and it was enjoyable all the way through until the 90th minute when the opposition scored on a not super great try, but good enough to score, good enough to win. So there you go. That was the experience of Wrexham this weekend. We'll bounce back, though. That is now 4 losses in a row. So another match on Tuesday. I'm sure we'll bounce back all the way. But Pepper, you recklessly bet on the Super Bowl. For whom did you bet this time, Pepper, and how much are they going to win by? Let us know ahead of time your prognosticating powers. I look forward to it. Jim, you only care if Pittsburgh's in it? All right. Cheer for the halftime show. Yeah, that's a thing, isn't it? So who is performing the halftime show this year on the Super Bowl? Is it someone that I know? Is it one of these, young kids these days with their hippity hop music? Wondering. Pepper, you lost $100 on the coin flip. Oh gosh. You are a degenerate bettor, aren't you? A degenerate gambler. Just take the money and throw it in the trash can. That will get you the same odds, I'm sure. It's Usher this year. I know of Usher. The obvious connection for me is like Fall of House of Usher from that Poe. But no, Usher, the singer guy. I don't know any of his music, unfortunately, but sure, I hope it's very good. I hope it's enjoyable rather. So yeah, Usher's 10 years ago. Yeah, I guess so. Yeah, but it's someone I'm aware of at least, a name that I know, and I wonder why they chose Usher in particular to lead the Super Bowl halftime show this year. Feels like a bit of a throwback. I understand they can't use Taylor Swift every single year, but I can imagine that a larger population of Americans care about that artist than others, but what's the point of the halftime show? To sell more things. But I actually wonder if it costs more to be in the ad break just before the halftime show than any other ad break in the show, in the game. Though I kind of wonder, don't people tend to like run and quickly use the restroom or run and get some food right quick for a halftime show? There must be some ad break that is the most watched of the entire show. I know the ones that come in the second half are a little bit less popular, but I don't know. Wait, really? The artists do not get paid? The artists do not get paid for the Super Bowl? They have to pay to perform? Has it always been that way? This is mind-blowing to me. I really assumed that they had to attract the person to do the big show because it would be such a great service to the companies, but wow. I mean, I understand if you're an artist who's trying to revitalize their career, or someone who is trying to sell a lot of albums, but someone like Prince, who did it, not terribly long ago, probably a very long time ago now, I can't imagine Prince needing the attention. Well, I mean, okay. I don't know. I don't know enough about music to have this conversation, unfortunately. If Nam were here, and she's upstairs, we could have this conversation. She knows all about musicians and their rises and falls and all the rest, but all I know is I know that name. That's that. Hello, Jack. It has been a good weekend. Yes, as I mentioned, the high point of the weekend, the weekly soccer match, was a little disappointing. We got a loss, but yesterday we did something unusual, something different, and that thing is we went to a concert where they had a movie playing, and then the actual music from the movie was played by a live orchestra. And I guess we can talk about that for a little bit before we get to our gaming. So the show we watched yesterday, let me pull this thing up for you. Whoops, pull this thing up for you. Hello, Fritz. Thing we watched last time was called, where is my overlay? 1 second. There it is. Okay. Called La La Land in Concert. There we go. It was in Tokyo. Is that you there? Yes. What we love about this is called Ra Ra Rando. Get the same character 3 times in a row as a Ra Ra Rando. Perfect. And yeah, it's just like this. They have a concert orchestra, one of the Tokyo Philharmonics, I believe. They're like 12 or 16 professional orchestras in Tokyo, and back behind that on a large screen is projected the movie film, and they have cut out all of the music from the movie film, including incidental music or solos performed by the players on the screen, and instead play them live in front of you, and that's pretty engaging. An interesting trick they pulled off, and I'm looking for like a bigger picture if possible, but let's see. It was a very good live orchestra, absolutely. Here. This is the Jakarta Post, Indonesia apparently, but yeah, roughly this kind of thing. Hello, Noms, how are you?
Hello.
Hello.
Since there is no Noms emote, Noms does not feel the requirement or the incentive to live up to emote hoodie. There is no hoodie, since there is no emote.
There will be an emote. The emote's being made, I promise. Now, with that said, I don't think anyone can see your chest, so nobody knows that you're not wearing the hoodie.
Usually the hoodie goes over the head.
Oh, I see. I see.
It's like a hood.
Do they get singers for this? No, all the singing still happens on the show entirely.
It looks like there was a previous version where they did have singers and a choir and dancers.
Oh, wow. So the previous version had a lot of other things, but this one just has the orchestra and a jazz band, too. Hello to Ramrod. Ramrod, we lost this weekend. Heartbreaking. I'm glad you like the emote, though. That's one of my favorite emotes, too. It'll be around long term.
What emote?
Yeah, the new emote at the top there.
Uh-huh.
That is a very happy-looking Viking.
Oh.
Yeah, it's hard to see if you can't know what it is ahead of time.
You got a new emote?
It's an emote I made myself by taking a screenshot and clip. If you want, I will take a picture of you off of OBS and have your actual human face.
No.
Yeah, I mean, it's coming. Yeah, now you get Nom's question about halftime show. All right, no more La La Land for a moment. Nom's, we're talking about the halftime show.
Who is the halftime show this year?
It's Usher.
Usher. That's why there was so much Usher on Spotify.
Yeah, and so
I'm surprised he's never done one before.
Oh, are you only allowed to do it once?
Oh, I don't know. I mean, there's so many people, you would think that they wouldn't call somebody twice.
Well, here's something I just learned recently.
Oh, yeah?
Apparently, the artist has to pay to perform.
Oh. That makes sense. I mean, what is money to the rich? They're like, pay.
It's
okay.
It's an opportunity to bet on the coin flip.
They pay to go to Scientology church. I mean, it's okay.
Random insult of religion on Resorty Stream. My goodness.
I was just thinking about celebrities must pay to do everything, so it really doesn't matter.
I see. I was surprised by this, though. I was really quite surprised that people had to pay to perform, because I thought it would go the other direction. That they'd be invited, because it's such a huge opportunity for sponsorship, huh?
Don't they have to pay to get their star on the Walk of Fame, too?
I've heard that. You have to have a certain amount of prestige to go use the Walk of Fame, but then you have to pay for the actual material and so on. But, yeah, so what is money to the rich?
This is Usher's second performance in a Super Bowl.
So is there a song from Usher that you know?
Well, the one everybody knows is Yeah.
Oh, it's like, good gracious, expeditious, supercalifragilisticexpialidocious. That one?
I think that's the one you're talking about.
With a little bit of yeah, and a little bit of yeah.
I don't think so.
No?
No.
Wait, that's all I know.
It might be.
My lyrics are not on point enough. So I've used the phrase bustin' moves, I believe.
I don't know. The part that everybody knows about Yeah is actually an instrumental part. It goes beep 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 beep.
Yeah. Okay, I do this one. Yeah, I think it's the same song.
Yeah, I think it starts with it's like good gracious fast rotation. Yes, that's the also DJ got me falling in love, I think, is an Usher song.
Why do you keep calling him Usher?
Because a lot of people call him Usher.
Like, is this a joke, or people don't know how to pronounce his name?
No, like kind of as a joke. It's like kind of his little nickname.
Where did it start? Like,
I don't know. Maybe it started from him. I don't know.
I've never heard Usher being called Usher. There's no R in his name, right?
No, there's not, except at the end.
From songs like hey everybody, I'm Usher.
I think it may even be at the beginning of that one where he goes, well, for some like that other man, he says his own name at the beginning of songs.
You mean like our favorite Jason Derulo?
Yes.
He says his own name.
Yeah, but I think the one, even at that one at the very beginning, he goes Usher.
Okay, and so he says the sound.
I don't know his well enough to be able to tell you.
We got to stay on exciting topics, because otherwise, right now we're competing against the Super Bowl. We got to keep this thing moving.
What do you mean? Usher is exciting. Exciting.
No, it is.
I mean, my go-to joke about Usher is, like in Freakonomics, they talk about the different kinds of names people have. And some of them are like aspirational names, like Mercedes or Brandy or things like that, right?
Yeah.
That denote class and things. And then we have Usher.
I mean, I think Usher is in some measure like similar to higher class, just like one step away from it.
It's like Butler.
Yeah, sure enough. It's delightfully aspirational.
It is kind of a strange name if you think about it.
I mean, is that his given name?
I thought so. Why would you choose that as your stage name?
I mean, there are a lot of strange stage names. A lot of strange stage names. I don't know, though. I don't know. So, yeah. That's good. Thank you for teaching me things about Usher. Like I said earlier, I didn't know any of the songs, but I do know that one song.
You probably know more Usher than you think you do.
Yeah, I just have the problem of like knowing songs but not attaching them to names, where you know really well who sings what and when. We discussed this just yesterday, right? I don't remember exactly what it was.
I mean, it's because I was obsessed with my iTunes library.
Yes, and also you watched a lot of MTV back in the...
I did not watch a lot of MTV.
I don't know.
I don't know. I listened to the radio a lot.
Yeah.
I didn't watch a lot of MTV.
Yeah, I think you went in the music kid direction, and I went the video game kid direction.
Yeah.
There's some people who are able to do both of them at once, but I myself am not one of them. Because I won't hear my teammates call outs then when they need me to deploy to B. Some folks are saying that the Mercedes and Brandy high aspiration names are not that to them. Can you explain the thesis of Freakonomics? That section?
Yeah, I think it's that people name their children these things that are expensive or denote class because they want their children to be successful.
It's that they themselves identify with class.
Okay.
So it isn't
Excuse me, why did you ask me to explain it if you had a particular way you wanted it to be explained and you remembered the chapter better than I did?
Because I didn't want to take the story away from you. Okay, I thought you'd remember that important part. It's not things that the mass culture would say that thing is high culture. It's that a person usually who's of lower economic means would say, that's a mark of richness. Yeah. There's song by, here we go. Crystal Maybach, dun, diamonds on a gold chain, dun, 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 Lordy, la la la.
Oh yeah, Royals?
Royals. I think she also lists a lot of things that are high culture adjacent, while indicating that she is not part of that, nor will she ever fully be part of that. And so I think, again, if you went and asked some fabulously rich person, what do you think of when you think of whatever, would they say, oh, that's super fancy, oh, I want that, oh, it's my part of my life? No. It's what the rest of the culture sees as those things.
Yes. A few comments. One, I love list songs, which are just lists of things, but they somehow make it into an amazing song. I have a great admiration for good list songs.
I also like list songs very much. Do you like Sound of Music's list song? Raindrops on roses and whiskers on kittens.
No.
Wait, that's clearly a list of things.
I know, it's just Sound of Music is so overdone. It's so much. It's so much.
Do you mean you watched it too many times when you were a child?
I think it's just so pervasive in the culture, and that one, for some reason, has turned into a Christmas song, too. Yeah, it's just too everywhere. Also, that one is, like, very explicitly a list song. I like the songs that are
secret list.
Yeah. Like, you're listening to it, you're like, oh yeah, this is about a relationship, and you're like, wait, it's a list song.
Do you have one in mind, like a hidden list? Because they don't get the checklist out and start saying, this thing and this thing and this thing.
Yeah, there's a Dan Wilson song that's like that, but I can't remember it off the top of my head.
Okay.
It's about a relationship, but it's actually a list song.
So when you say you like list songs, you mean you like this one particular song?
No. There's other ones that are like that where you go, oh, that's a list song, actually. And it's impressive.
How about 50 Ways to Leave Your Lover?
Yeah, that's kind of
or
like
88 Lines About 44 Women. 88 Lines, I actually don't know 88 Lines About 44 Women.
Oh, okay. I thought maybe that was a from 69 Love Songs.
No, Freak mentioned, actually I was thinking initially it might be that also by the Magnetic Fields, but Freak mentioned it and I just don't know it. How about things like the Modern Major General song from Parts Penzance, which is a list of things he can do effectively.
I mean, it's a patter song, so I can listen to it like once.
I love patter songs.
I can listen to it once and then I'm over it.
Really?
I would like to go back to the previous discussion about. Now, that was like list songs, and then item 2 that I would like to say is. Oh, Ursher pronunciation is Southern slang. It was pronounced that way by another rapper, and it got pretty famous. Thank you. I can't. Hold on.
It's Thulle. Say it how you want to say it.
Thule.
Thule.
Or it could be Thule.
I say Thule usually.
Yeah, it's actually a place in the ancient world. It's like a mythical place that's far away.
Is it a particular place that historians said, oh, this must be the shores of Germania?
I do not know.
Okay, interesting. Yeah.
I don't try to take other people's mythologies and try to turn them into geography.
Wait, so when you teach your myth course, ancient Greek and Roman myths, you say, now this is literally true. We don't do any kind of critical reading.
No. I mean, I find it uninteresting to try to be like, well, where Atlantis likely was. No, I think what's more interesting is, what did Atlantis mean to these people? Why did they write about it? Why does anybody write about a place like that? That's what I spend my time on, not on where was Atlantis.
How about the why not both?
Because I only have so many hours in the semester, and I want to spend time on that?
Yeah, I think the reason I mentioned this in particular is, for me as a child, the book of Revelation, the last book of the Bible, was terrifying, right? About the end of the world, here it comes. But then I started reading like a critical reading of the Bible, and learned that a lot of the signs there talk about the fall of the Roman Empire. That's really interesting to me, like how it can be taken at the surface level of this story about your world going to end soon, and these things are awful. Here comes those books about the end times left behind. It could be that, but it also could be as coded message about something that was living and important to those people. So, like, maybe
Conspiracy.
Not conspiracy theory. I don't know. I think for me, the way in which cultures take concrete fears, worries, otherwise, and code them into mythos is really interesting. Fun.
That's why you like Alan Bloom.
I like Alan Bloom quite a bit. Alan Bloom's good stuff.
I like that Garrett mentions that Rodeo by Garth Brooks is a list song, is a secret list song. But because the chorus is certainly a partly list, but it's really about how it is. It's about how he continues to engage in the rodeo even when his wife thinks it's dangerous, wife or girlfriend or something thinks it's too dangerous, and da-da-da-da-da.
Wait, in some measure then aren't all songs list songs?
No.
Because like,
I mean,
this thing, and then this thing, and then this thing. It's like, operator, won't you put me on through? Gotta call my love down in Baton Rouge.
List songs have to be lists of nouns. Lists of nouns.
Those are nouns with some verbs in between them. I feel like singing today.
You know what? Okay, the classic list song is like, we didn't start the fire.
That is true.
It's clearly a list song.
But that is not just a list of nouns. That is
a list of things that happen.
Things, right? Things, not just nouns, but also
things
verbs.
Are nouns.
Thank you. But also there's verbs there, I think. Anyway, Cyberoracle's watching us on an Apple Vision headset.
Whoa!
We're in the future.
No, actually, we are just in your room, in front of you.
Maybe have a drink? Maybe sit down and have a drink, please? A big banger. Thank you for the resubscription 2 months in a row. Thank you very much indeed. Glad you're enjoying hanging out.
Yeah.
So
that's the course of radio.
Thank you. So Cyber Oracle, can you see through us right now? Can you see like the wall behind me? The future. Friends, the first ad break is coming. It'll be 3 minutes. We're gonna talk through it, of course.
We're floating in Cyber Oracle's living room. Whee!
That's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I always like knowing the ways that people watch in new ways I haven't heard of before. No one has yet watched me on the refrigerator, I don't think, but this is new. Yeah.
I want to go back to the topic of I want to go back to.
I'd like to thank you very much for your generosity, also, please.
I like to go back to the topic of aspirational names.
Aspirational names,
yeah,
please.
Also because I think those names that are classified aspirational names read as those of lower class names because of the very phenomenon that you mentioned. But I think what's funny is that upper class names are so ridiculous. You're like, that's not a name.
So, like, yesterday I heard a video about triple-barreled names and quadruple-barreled names, where you just keep listing more and more family names inside of one person's name. Yeah, so, yeah.
There's those, and then there's, like, the waspy nicknames or the waspy names where you're like, that's a name?
Like, what do you have in mind?
Oh, like,
Like Chet? Chet's a name.
Chet I actually associate with rural and southern areas.
Do you?
Like
See,
Arkansas.
I read it as short for Chester, and Chester feels to me like potentially an upper class name.
Yeah, there's like this class that's like Chester,
Thurston.
Rhett. Yeah, like that still sound like last names perhaps. But then there's the wasp nicknames that I can't like that are like a bunny and like they remind me of what's the F. Scott Fitzgerald? The famous F. Scott Fitzgerald novel.
Gatsby.
Yeah. It reminds me of people in that echelon who have ridiculous names.
I see. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I can't imagine calling someone Bunny in anything other than like a very silly moment, as opposed to, "Oh, Bunny, bring me the duvet."
Yeah, like I don't know enough about wasp culture because I didn't grow up on the East Coast or anything, but I think the wasps have like the upper crust wasps have like ridiculous nicknames.
The name wasp feels so like pointy, like independently
Because
of
wasps-
it being a insect that stings, like the wasp, those wasps. Yeah, usually I think of like the use of animal names as being a way of dehumanizing someone. You rat, for instance. I wonder if that also applies up. Probably does not. And I know it's just a shortening of white Anglo-Saxon Protestant, but I wonder if it has ever been used in a slur-like way.
I'm sure it has.
In fact, you are right now.
Yeah.
Anything more on the topic, or shall we talk about La La Land?
We can talk about La Land.
Excellent. So this is not a picture of our...
No.
What?
No, I was just saying, no, it's not.
No.
I have 2 pictures of it, but the orchestra was not there because I didn't think it was appropriate to take a photo when the orchestra was playing, even though the composer told us we could.
Yeah, that's the first thing I was going to mention. So the conductor...
sorry.
It's all right. It's absolutely fine. That's a good way to bring it in. The conductor came out after a while, and he was wearing a somewhat ridiculous bright white suit, or at least suit jacket, where the rest of the orchestra had plain black on. But he came out, and he's an American. And it was delightful to see him begin with konnichiwa. And I was like, oh boy, here comes the Japanese speech. I'm ready. And it was all English after that. But
Kind of felt bad for all the Japanese.
yeah, because there were a number of people in the audience who were clearly primary Japanese speakers. And the show was in English, though it had Japanese subtitles. So I do wonder what portion of the audience couldn't understand the opening speech. That said, it was very short, only a minute or so of talking.
Yeah, it was very short, and, Japanese people can understand far better than they can speak.
On the whole, yeah. So that said, as Noms mentioned, it turned out to be the case that the conductor for the La La Land show was also the composer of the show, who was also the fellow who wrote Whiplash, that movie about drumming I enjoy so very much.
He wrote the music for Whiplash. He didn't write Whiplash.
Well, the music for Whiplash, though, as I've said previously, one of the main characters in that movie is the drum line. Yeah. Like, that drums are going all the way through. In that, both that and in Birdman. The percussion section is a character. I'll argue this to the end.
In La La Land, the piano is a character.
At some level, maybe. Yeah, so it's the original composer conducting, which is pretty cool to see. And they also had the original pianist.
No, that was actually wrong, because I was...
You lied to me.
Yeah, because what I saw was from the 2022 concert.
Oh, and now here we are.
So apparently he does this regularly. Travels around the world conducting his music.
And that's cool. I mean, I think a number of pop artists have gone that direction. Ben Folds is the obvious one, who has begun to do more and more with orchestras to have a different experience of his own music. Yeah, it was the composer, and that was pretty cool. His opening speech was such an American speech. It went this way. Konnichiwa, good to see you all tonight. This is going to be a lot of fun. Definitely I want you to have a fun night. Take some pictures. That'd be fun. The man used the word fun like 5 times in 30 seconds. And I went, oh, that's what Americans sound like. Because I hadn't heard a speech from an American in a long time. But brother was just convinced that we needed to have some fun. And he asked us to, clap along with the music and have a really fun time out there. And we, of course, are a sedate Japanese audience, and so we refused to clap at all until the very, very end when he turned around and told us now is time to clap. And then we sort of half-heartedly did so, stopping regularly, and then he restarted us 2 or 3 times.
I mean, I think that I know that you and the other person we went with mentioned that the problem with clapping is that the clapping gets really off and becomes off of where the music actually is. But I don't think there's as much of a danger of that with a Japanese audience with good music education.
So I think that, and then also it tends to be the case that orchestral audiences are more aware of musical convention and are more musically able, and so they tend to be able to clap along, which is why when orchestras are put on pop shows where they invite the audience to sing along, it's not an absolute disaster.
Like the footage I've seen of the Taylor Swift concert.
Yeah, where people are just kind of crooning along and having a good time, but yeah, definitely orchestral audiences are more musical on the whole. So, what do we say about this? It was amazing. Absolutely amazing to see all that music presented right there. In the first song, though, Nams and I had the same opinion and worry, which was on the screen, people are singing, and you're supposed to understand their words, and then in the room, there is this large orchestra that's been microphoned to pick out the oboe and the flute and the quieter instruments, and they don't have the balance quite right. And so I could not understand any of the words being sung.
I couldn't either.
Probably for the first two big production numbers before they finally got it figured out. And I was worried the entire show would be that way. It's kind of a cacophony as opposed to a comprehensible sound.
Yeah, it's too bad actually, because those of you who have seen La La Land, like the opening number is so like... I don't say key because it's not like important for the movie's plot, but it's such a good number that it's too bad that one got kind of muddied out. And you would think that they had a performance of this like the day before ours, so you would think they would have figured it out by the time of the second performance.
Yeah, I don't know who's actually doing that work of levels. We know that the conductor had an earpiece in. I don't know if that was to like have a click track for when it's time to start the song relative to the movie, because you have to maintain those two together, because at times the character's playing piano on screen and the pianist needs to be right on the moment.
That was pretty amazing.
It was really amazing how on the spot the pianist was throughout.
I wonder if he also had an earpiece.
I suspect so, yeah.
I wonder if he also had the
video right there?
Video in front of him.
I wouldn't doubt it. Yeah, I don't think the majority of them did, but I expect he would have, given the precision he needed.
Yeah.
That said, feel bad for the tubist as always. Large portion of a tuba in any orchestral venue is, I will now wait for 400 bars. The few times I played orchestral tuba, it really is. I'm going to wait for 200 bars. I'm going to play 3 notes. Back to sleep I go. Until usually the big finish when you get to really show up. But, yeah.
Yeah, I was listening to my podcast, the 60 songs about the 90s.
Which is now up to how many songs?
Oh, gosh. Like
Hundreds.
Yeah, and they were talking about the Goo Goo Dolls' Iris, the song from the City of Angels soundtrack.
This is the I don't want the world to see me because I don't think they'd understand. Yeah. When everything wants to be broken, I just want to be your man.
Nope,
unfortunately not.
But apparently Goo Goo Dolls is basically, at the heart of it, a duo between the fella that everybody knows from the Goo Goo Dolls, the one who is usually the lead singer and the guitarist, and then there's the other fella who is also a singer and is the bassist. And none of his songs ever make it really big. All of the songs that have made it really big are the other guys. But
what is the name of the first guy? Or were you intentionally eliding that?
I'm intentionally not saying his name because I don't remember the name of the second fella, and then I feel bad.
It's okay. No one else knows who he is either.
I know. Well,
so
yeah,
I don't
that's
know.
what he... Yes, he just wants you to know who he is.
I see. That's good. That's good.
The first guy is Johnny Resnick.
Johnny Resnick.
Yeah.
Is this person of relation to Trent Reznor?
No, they don't.
What's that?
But I always get them confused.
Yeah, Reznor.
Yeah,
there we
Trent
go.
Reznor and Johnny Resnick, and they were kind of popular around the same time.
Interesting. Yeah.
But the fella who writes, does 60 songs about the 90s said that it's very unfortunate because Iris got to be such a popular song, and the more big and popular and pop a song is, it seems like the bassist's line gets worse and worse. And so this bassist, who is the co-person in Goo Goo Dolls, his role in Iris has been reduced to like bong, bong, bong.
I'm sure he still enjoys the money coming in, but musically it must be unsatisfying. This next joke is only going to work if I remember something I probably don't remember. Let's see. Jim says that the Goo Goo Dolls are no Jim Blossoms. Is that a little bit of hey jealousy?
Good.
Okay, very good. Thank you.
Yeah. I also realized that I had confused the two bands for a very long time. I thought Gin Blossoms were the Goo Goo Dolls.
Huh.
Yeah, like I knew all their songs. I just thought they were one band.
Is any band that starts with a G part of the same mass in your head? It's
No. Just they kind of have a slightly similar sound.
I see.
They both kind of have this like kind of jangly. Because the other really famous Goo Goo Doll song is it's called Name. Oh yeah, and it kind of sounds like it could be a Jim Blossom song.
Jim is strongly opposed to you right now. Apparently, this is not an acceptable argument to make. You're just wrong. You're wrong, Dons.
But Jim couldn't be prouder of me.
No, compare with me for knowing.
Me.
Yeah. Good job. Back to this briefly, and then
I do like Smashing Pumpkins.
The one thing I can admit about Goo Goo Dolls and Iris and so on is when I first heard that song by the Killers about Jerusalem and so on, the choir bells, that one.
I think I know what you're
I used to rule the world, armies would, etc.
Yeah.
What's that called? We don't know. Anyway, I thought
that's a Coldplay song.
Coldplay, not the Killers. Sorry, I thought that was also Goo Goo Dolls. Iris.
I'm sorry. It doesn't have a jangly guitar. How could it possibly be a Goo Goo Dolls song?
I don't know. I think Iris had this kind of open, wild singing that Coldplay song does also. And now I think
at the end where he goes, wow, that part.
Jeez Louise, Noms. Jeez Louise. I hope I have the microphone capped at a certain point. If not, that was probably blowing out everyone's ears.
It's a good thing, Cyber Oracle, that it's only the visuals. Could you imagine? Okay.
Are we good? We're good?
Yeah,
absolutely. So we should talk some more about La La Land. Here's my bit of hilarity from yesterday. I spent the first half hour or so of La La Land waiting for Lady Gaga to come in, and only after she didn't I realized, oh, this is not A Star Is Born. So I knew nothing about this movie going in other than it was some singing, and A Star Is Born is about some singing also, and so, it definitely was not the one I thought it was going to be, but...
Did you think that Julie Andrews was going to show up? Because that's also about singing.
I don't know. Rip headphone users indeed. I mean, while you get you talking now, I'm going to try to see if I can cap the microphone so it never happens again. Your poor ears, everyone. We're going to get sued for real harm. Have sent people to audiologists.
Oh, I thought maybe we were going to get sued by Coldplay.
No, it's all good. And maybe, but... All right, Noms, tell me more. Tell me more about your experience of La La Land in concert.
Let's see. The trumpet guy did a good job with high notes.
Yeah, they had a jazz band that sat with the symphony. I assume the jazz band follows them around the world, most likely, given the complexion of people involved, where everyone else in the symphony was Japanese. They had a wide variety of ethnicities there. What?
Nothing. It was just my loud laughter.
Yeah. Compression curve be good. I'll look into compression curves.
Well, was it my laughter that was loud? I think it was my pretending to be Chris Martin that was loud.
Both indeed. That's okay though. We're glad you're here. We're glad everybody had a good time. It's just set up for one voice, and it needs to be set up for another voice. It's often very, very quiet.
I'd like to also mention that Usher's name is going to be very confusing to in any languages where the last name is presented first, or the surname, family name is presented first. Because his name is Usher Raymond IV. They're going to think his name is actually Raymond Usher IV.
That's a concern.
I think so.
I mean, is that the case of anyone,
maybe
though?
that's why he got rid of the Raymond IV, and he's just Usher.
Well, but isn't this the case in any family? Like,
No, but he has one of those names that are backwards. He has a backwards name.
But backwards, you mean that you want to read his forename as a family name?
Yes, because his family name is Raymond.
I see.
Which is a common given name.
I understand.
And Usher is not a common given name.
Yeah, that's what makes him unique. But how are we back to this topic again?
You know what is a common given name?
What's a common given name?
Ryan.
Like Meg Ryan? Why is this coming up now?
Because somebody's name is Ryan Gosling. And Ryan Gosling clearly has a name that's in the right order. Because Gosling is not a good given name.
Unless you're a duck. If you're a goose runner.
But who will never grow up.
Yeah, that's right. That's good.
You're just a little Gosling for your entire life.
Speaking of Ryans, and indeed Ryan Reynolds, the co-chairman of Wrexham AFC, apparently this week he got in some trouble with the fans of Wrexham because there was this loss over the weekend. It was a well-played match, etc. And so Ryan Reynolds, being the good Canadian that he is, went on the Twitter and typed in a little "good game Bradford City" message, congratulating the opposition on defeating us. And some of the Wrexham faithful were furious. This is a game of fighting football. You don't act kindly to the opposition. Now, of course, I don't care. It's very nice to be gracious in defeat, but
Poor Ryan
the
Reynolds.
Welshman want no part in this. No.
Ryan Reynolds. I could totally see myself doing something like that. Like, oh, that was good game. Good, congratulations.
Yeah, I mean, for some people, as the documentary shows, it's a matter of not just enjoying the sport or like identifying with the team a little bit, but it's that one's whole identity is defending the pride of the club.
What's that like?
I don't have that experience. I like Wrexham a lot, but we lose. It's fine. Good game to the opposite side. But you know, in the documentary, there's a lot of discussion about like actual violence being done. Groups of hooligans lining up the night before to have a fist fight to prove which team is better, which to me is insane. But apparently, people do that kind of thing. Also, speaking of Welcome Wrexham, Series 3 next season's coming out in April. Will you be watching it with me, or am I solo in that one?
I can watch it with
Hey,
you.
I appreciate that. But yeah, coming out soon.
I would like to point out that this has not helped my propensity to confuse all of those actors. Ryan Gosling, Ryan Reynolds, Bradley Cooper, Chris Pine, that other guy who was in Thank You for Smoking. They all get confused in my head. And once again, now we're talking about La La Land and the Canadian. Very confusing.
Yes,
Very
indeed.
confusing.
So what opinions did you have on the La La Land film?
I liked it better this time than when I saw it in the theaters.
Yeah. You said that your initial reaction to it was what my initial reaction was, which is honestly, seeing this for the first time, I didn't really like it. Like, I found myself with a very cynical reaction to the characters in La La Land as the show began. I was not impressed by either of the main characters. I thought we were going to have a certain, like, ironic reading on the LA celebrity machine that never happened. It was instead kind of played straight all the way through as, like, a love story and then something else, but something else was not in any measure interesting to me. So honestly, when the show was done, the fellow who was with us said, like, oh, it's my favorite movie. I love Los Angeles so much. It's great. What did you think, Resorti? And I don't want to lie to him, so I said, you know, I like seeing the orchestra. But yeah, and then this morning I realized that for me, I think La La Land failed even as a musical because I don't remember a single song from it. I did not enjoy...
You don't remember the Oscar-winning song?
So I remember it only vaguely because
Aaron Eckhart, yes.
because the conductor did one of those, this is an encore, but haha, we rehearsed it already, because ha ha ha, everything's a lie. He came back on and did a special jazz arrangement of the Stars in the Sky song. And so I don't remember its music. I remember that exists, though. So no, I don't remember any of the music. There was nothing as I left. I was humming or saying, like, that was so much fun, or I learned a valuable lesson, or wasn't that some good wordplay? It was just a thing. So like so many things that have been popular recently, I actually don't see the appeal of this film as worthy of an Academy Award. Like, it's fine. It filled some time. We had a smile, etc. But yeah, I don't know. And I don't mean to be so cynical or down on stuff, because I know a lot of people really love this. And again, it won a huge award. But I think when I see things after they've been so hyped, I can never reach the level of enthusiasm I'm supposed to have.
No, I saw it when it came out in theaters, and I had the reaction that you did. Yeah, and I thought I just missed something. The fella to my right, though, videoed the entire overture at the beginning, which I think is actually quite smart, because the overture is something that wouldn't be presented in the movie. So,
yeah, only a small portion normally would be.
Yeah. So I thought that was pretty smart. And again, referring back to the Taylor Swift concert, I bet the fella's video didn't have everybody singing along and somehow ruining it. I bet it was just like, here's a nice video of the orchestra performing the overture.
Yeah. This week we saw videos from Taylor Swift concert here in Tokyo. I think she had, 4 shows maybe? 3 shows? 2 shows?
Was Tuesday the first show? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday?
Some number of shows, greater than 1, but fewer than 15 shows. And so a lot of our students and staff have gone to these shows and taken videos, and we've seen this and that.
And it was on the YouTube.
It was on the YouTube, that's right. And it's been interesting to see just how much my students are into Taylor Swift, number 1. And they're talking as if they've gone and met God, of all people. Like, it's, oh my God, I was breathing the same air as Taylor Swift, this kind of thing, right?
Maybe everybody got coronavirus.
Maybe so. But I think what really struck me in watching the videos is how all around the stadium, so many people have their cell phones out and are taking videos. And there've been a lot of writing on this and discussion of this, but I wonder about, does that lead one to have a different interaction with the music and with the presence of the place than one would otherwise? And does it also lead to a different experience for people around that person who's videotaping? Videotaping is the wrong phrase, right? Recording generally. Yeah, I'm an old man. I think like videotape.
Let me get my giant camcorder here.
Exactly right. Yeah, I don't know. I think so much has been said on this already, but the experience of being live with something and then deciding to watch it through a screen again is very weird to me.
Yeah, I mean, I like the idea of being able to, see it again because you had the experience and you want to have it again. I think that's cool. But what I noticed is, so when we went to Team Labs, I kind of pretty conscientiously made a point to take a number of photos and videos of it because we were working. And I knew that they would need some footage. So I took a lot of videos of it. But what I noticed was so what's cool is, I get to see it again and experience it again. That's nice. But I noticed that when, especially, maybe it's because I don't have one of the fanciest phones, but when I take a video or a photo through my phone of it, you have to kind of frame it differently just because you don't have the same, vision that you do as a human, right?
You can't see it all at once.
Yeah,
you have to make a selection moment.
So things are a little, so you do end up having a slightly different experience even as you're having the experience.
Yeah, I think we've talked about this previously, because I like taking photos for you all, right? I like being able to punctuate my stories with, look, I saw this thing, especially things that many of you will never see, that are limited to Tokyo when they're inside and so on. But I recognize that if I'm doing too much of that, I then spend the experience in the mode of evaluation for story time and evaluation for capturing an interesting image instead of being in the moment and experiencing the thing for myself. And so I've read online stories of people who are dating influencers who need to put up 14 pictures a day of themselves going here and there. And they talk about how, because of that, when they go on dates, the conversation is always what will get good engagement, what will be the right photo, as opposed to talking about themselves or about life around them outside of that. And yeah, I think I try to avoid as much as possible. So you should take a few photos and then say, okay, that's all you get, stream. And usually it's enough for a conversation at least. But.
Yeah, and the fellow that we were with said he also went to the Taylor Swift concert. And he said that he was taking a video at the very beginning just because, oh boy, what's happening? He was taking video at the very beginning because if any of you have seen any footage of the Eras tour, the very beginning, like some dancers come out with these giant fans and it looks pretty cool. And he was like, this is pretty cool. And he was taking a video of it. And then he realized, he looked around, everybody else was taking videos of it and realized, this is just going to be on YouTube. If I want to see it again, or if I want to see any photos, I can just go on the interwebs and see those. Yeah. And he stopped taking his video. Yeah.
I mean, I think it's one of the things that, like, so much has been said about. And when I talk to my students about that, living the experience versus recording the experience, they want to question the distinction. I think that's fair. It's possibly the case that I was just used to experiencing things in one way, and then other folks came along and...
That looks funny. What is happening here?
Now I'm just saying the way I've tied my tie looks funny. I mean, what do you mean? This is how I tie my tie every day.
Okay. No, there's something there that looks off, but that's okay.
Oh God. I mean, it's a very sloppy and fast tie.
Oh, okay.
Like I don't really spend time on it, but yeah, this is how I tie my tie literally every day. So okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. Is it not good? We can zoom in together. Let's have a quick close up on Resorty's neck. Let's get bigger again.
Especially if it were a little bit looser. I don't know. Maybe it's just something I can see from my angle that nobody else can see from.
All right. What do we see there? What do we see there? So it has a little dimple. Don't you like dimple? No. Which part looks here? Please point.
Right here. It was folded over like.
Wait, right there in the area that you can't see?
It's folded over. See? It's folded over.
Well. Okay, very good. All hidden now. All right, I think I'm gonna leave the stream. Now it looks awful. Did you touch it, like pull it out more to make a point?
No, I did not. I only used my finger, my
tiny little finger.
Just this finger.
Yeah.
Where the issue is.
Let's say a proper knot, maybe next time. Anyway, there you go, team. Yeah, it's okay. We can't see. You see the little dimple. That's what counts most of all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm surprised that you didn't like some of the other things about La La Land.
I mean, there's dancing.
Like all the bright colors. You like bright colors.
Yeah. Yeah, I like the bright colors. Many of the outfits people were wearing were very strikingly bright. There's one scene in which 4 young women go to a dance together, and they're dressed in primary colors. You know, one bright blue, one in bright green. There are only 3 primary colors, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, one in bright yellow, one in bright whatever their color is. But yeah, it was like quite striking in those moments. And the dance scenes, fantastic. But I think these were moments of homage to earlier Hollywood films, like Singing in the Rain and so on. And that's cool, but I go to a show to see what's new, not to merely enjoy it in terms of the old. I want both together, ideally.
Yeah, which reminds me of, we finished watching Chicago last night.
We did.
And there's there are some clear callbacks to Marilyn Monroe in the film presentation of it.
Sure.
That was interesting.
But again, I think it takes the Monrovian story and makes it new. I think that it adds in a certain presentation. I think it's probably Bob Fosse inspired especially, that is not what Marilyn Monroe would have been. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, Chicago's great. We'll be going and seeing Chicago in person in a month or so, I think. Month and a half or so.
Yeah, it's right before Golden Week.
Golden Week. Oh, speaking of weeks and so on, today's a holiday. Hello, everybody.
That's why I'm here.
I'm just here on Monday because it's a holiday.
It's not for the superb owl.
Happy National Foundation Day. Today is the day that we celebrate the Japanese spirit. And me.
So the what's interesting about the superb owl is our companion from yesterday, who is planning on watching the superb owl today, thinks it's at 11:30, and you think it's at 8:30, and this will be interesting.
So he said that he goes to a place where it's recorded. Because it is on a very early hour here. Like, it's going on right now. It's only 9:30 a.m. And I think he wants to have it with dinner. And so apparently they play it over and over again today.
Oh, I see.
So that you can have the experience of having some meat and watching the game.
Yeah, having some Buffalo Wild Wings.
I think for him it's a steak, but I'm not quite sure.
Oh, also, we did not go to this yesterday, but where the La La Land was yesterday, as we were going there from the train to the what is that called? The amphitheater? We walked by a Sizzler.
That's true. Sizzler, an American brand. I've never been to a Sizzler. I know of it only as a joke from some show, some song, I don't know. No, I've never been to a Sizzler. Hey Phelan, you love this game, Homeworld, so much you bought Homeworld 3 for $186. That's amazing. We will be playing the Homeworld 3 demo in just a little bit. So today we have 2 demos. Today's the last day of the Steam Demo Fest. And so we're going to play 2 games today. One called Homeworld 3, which apparently is a strategy in space game. We've never played one like that before. And then the other one we're playing is called Supermarket Simulator. And in that one, you stock and run a simulator, and we'll see how that goes.
Oh, that reminds me of a Supermarket Sweep, the game show from the 90s.
Yeah, in which you run madly through the store, gathering all the things that you then get for free.
And then people shove so much meat in their cart.
So much meat, because meat's expensive. Cheese also very expensive these days. Apparently, at many grocery stores in the U.S. at least, cheese is the most stolen item, or most stolen kind of item, because it's very expensive and small.
Wow. I would think that people would steal, like, drugs.
Maybe.
You know, like aspirin, Tylenol, those are expensive too and small.
Yeah, I don't know.
When Phelan said that they bought it for 187 USD, I initially read that as if it were yen, and I thought, oh, that's a lot of money.
Baby formula is commonly stolen also.
Oh,
yes. Now that gets to the topic of big sad in multiple directions. Razor blades commonly. Interesting. So I wonder, like, some of these things I know are locked up. Like, razor blades tend to be locked up in the US now. They have the kind of like lock on the end of it.
Yeah.
You have to have someone come unlock. But I think cheese is still out in the open.
I like the idea of cheese having like being on those little poles with a lock on the end. And then you're like, no, I don't want this one. I like the molding pattern of this one.
Yeah, I wonder if things like razor blades, because they're necessities for hygiene, people are willing to wait to have unlocked. Where cheese, if you have to wait for cheese to be unlocked, you say, I don't need the cheese.
It is a necessity. What are you talking about?
Okay. Yeah.
Why are razor blades a necessity? Tell me about this.
So like I said, to maintain hygiene. So if one says, I really care about keep my face shaved, then we'll have razor blades.
How do we define hygiene?
Look here, you. I'm just having a quick little friendly chat about this and that. I think, though, the average person would say that the razor blade is closer to necessity than cheese is of all things.
Probably so, especially if one were lactose intolerant.
Look at me with my assumptions, my normalization of the lactose tolerant. Oh, noms are delightful. Absolutely delightful. Yeah. I'd like to fill up my coffee mug, so I'm going to leave you with noms for the next minute and a half.
I have nothing to say.
You always have things to say. You can tell
I have nothing to say.
Well, in that case, friends, please ask Nom some questions. Get her going on a topic.
Boy.
She's very good at 1990s music.
Oh, I'm even out of coffee myself. I better go get some coffee.
Do you actually want to go?
No, I'm okay.
Okay. In that case, have fun with Noms. Back in about a minute and a half or so with coffee galore. Thank you much. See you in a moment.
Oh boy. Hello. I believe that we've looked at my mug already, so I can't show you my mug as if it's new. Sure. There we go. We're gonna go today. We're gonna have lunch with some friends, and we're gonna go to a vegan. I guess it's comfort food ish stuff. It has like burgers and some like I don't know, like tofu plates and stuff like that. And it pales in comparison to the place we used to go to in the States, which is called Modern Love. Yeah. Modern Love in Omaha and Brooklyn is lovely vegan comfort food, and we miss it very much. Um, yeah. Resorti used to like to have a giant bucket of what do you call that? Like faux chicken wings. I think they were made out of oh, what is that? The wheat gluten thing where you take wheat gluten and you smash it together and and it turns into something that resembles meat. Seitan. Yes, seitan wings. That's exactly what it was. So he used to have a giant bucket of seitan wings as if it were Kentucky Fried Chicken. Yeah. I myself prefer the cauliflower wings, which I know have like don't resemble chicken at all, but I find that they are kinder on my GI tract, and I just generally I think I like their flavor. Seitan is really hard. We tried to make it at home once, and it gets really, really tough. I think like it just gets hard to chew through unless you make it just right. Yes, Satan wings. That's exactly it. Oh, my favorite song from the 90s. Oh boy. I don't know. I feel like I perpetually live in the 90s, and I've been not only have I been listening to this podcast, I've also been reading Chuck Klosterman's book on the 90s, and I am starting to realize to what extent I'm a child of the 90s, and to what extent I do things that other people don't do just because I'm from the 90s. Like, I guess, like thinking about your decisions as always like political and how they might appear politically, like writ large, not just like Democrat, Republican, things like that, but like how your decisions are viewed as political actions. I guess other people don't do that. And so people just decide whether they like something or whether they want to do something. Whereas I'm like, well, if I do that, then it looks like I am supporting this. And do I want to appear like I'm supporting this position? And apparently not everybody goes through that. Yes, the 90s, oh, were they 30 years ago? I guess so, right? Yeah, somebody said that if Back to the Future were made at some point, I don't remember what day. They were like, if Back to the Future was made in some such year, then 25 years in the future would be like, I don't know. I don't remember, but it was something that made me feel old. Yeah. Let's see. So my favorite song, I don't know. I like a lot of stuff from the 90s. I really liked U2's Achtung Baby. That was a good album. I was a big fan of Lilith Fair, that sort of stuff. I like that too. I listened to some Indigo Girls the other day, and I depressingly realized that the same political problems that the Indigo Girls were singing about in the 90s still exist today. Very sad. Yeah, let's see. So we talked a little bit about, oh yeah, so we're going to lunch with some friends of ours to this vegan place. Yeah, so we might have some vegan burgers, or we might have some fake teriyaki chicken or something, but it should be fun. The thing about Tokyo is that there's always so much to do, and there's always lots and lots of restaurants to eat at, so you'll never run out. And I don't know that we've had like a bad meal out here. We might have had one, maybe. I don't know. There was the taco place that served us a taco that was entirely jalapeno rings, and charged, I don't know, like 500 yen for it, 300 yen. That seemed a little outlandish and a little bit, yeah. But I suspect their specialty was meat, so. Some years ago, the newspaper changed its cover to make the future of the Back to the Future true. Yes. We don't get to into politics here, but I think partly I think I heard somewhere that Back to the Future 2, the future Biff was partly based on Donald Trump, right? This was like, of course, they made the movie back in like 1989, I guess. So this was way, way, way before Trump was like a political figure, but he was more like a real estate mogul. And I think I heard somewhere that that Biff character was based on Trump. Um, yeah. Okay. Um, Hello. Yes, I hear Resorty coming back.
Hello, sports fans.
Hello.
Thank you, Noms, for keeping the world running while it's gone. Very kind of you.
We talked a little bit about lunch.
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
Looking forward to lunch today for sure.
And seitan wings.
Gonna be
So
good.
you can see seitan wings.
That's wonderful. Absolutely wonderful.
Mhm.
Yeah, it is the case that I was upstairs. I came up with some strong opinions on musicals. A musical that I did not like the story of, but has some catchy tunes. This is Tick Tick Boom. Profoundly self-indulgent, but this is far better than the film from last night. But there you go. There you go.
There's a lot of tick tick boomish musicals, aren't there?
Yeah.
Like
I think
the-
lots of musicals fail on the storyline but succeed on the music.
Oh, I meant like about struggling artists. I am the very long novel that is 800 pages that I have started reading so far is about struggling artists.
Yeah.
Nothing has happened yet in the novel. I am told things will be happening and that I will not be able to put it down and I should have my Kleenex ready. But so far, in a little life, nothing much has happened.
But isn't that what life is really like? Nothing much happens, and then there's some smiles, and then nothing much happens. It's just the majority of life.
Yeah, I'm glad I'm going to spend a lot of my time reading that.
I mean, this is kind of like the hyper-realistic perception, or hyper-realistic style that has been increasingly popular, where you add on more and more pages with deep descriptions of things that, from a story perspective, don't really matter, but from filling out the scene and giving an accurate presentation of ordinary life, matter a lot.
Yeah, but that's not what a little life is, right?
Unfortunately.
It has an actual plot that is coming, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of like something to do with paying attention, the novella by Foster Wallace, where a tremendous amount of it is just this guy talking through his life.
Yeah.
But then you build the story out of the pieces.
Yeah, there was that trilogy, which is like some man talking about his life, right?
It's Nalsgaard talking about My Struggle, he titles it.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, the title of
Yeah.
Hitler's autobiography, but that's how it goes. Anyway, it is now an hour and 15 minutes into our broadcast. We're going a little short today because of our lunch plans, so in a moment here, we should probably say goodbye.
Okay. I would just like to
course.
add white bait. We come across white bait a lot.
It's true.
I grew up with white bait, but Resorty I don't think likes it, especially because of those little beady eyes staring at him saying, "Hello, we are dead."
Yeah, it's tiny little fishes. I tend not to eat fishes regardless.
Yeah.
But yeah, ones that have their eyes especially, I find disturbing.
Yeah, I think most Westerners do.
Not that I think that it should be eaten by being de-eyed. They're too small. There's too many of them. But
Let me just make a pile of eyeballs here.
yeah. And then you could trick people into believing they're roe.
Yeah. Also, is eating out considered expensive there?
They're being here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Windsor is asking.
Yeah.
And
Depends.
yeah, I think there are certainly extremely expensive places in Tokyo.
Yeah.
But I think on the whole, I mean, I think it's a few. I guess I would say a few comments. I think there's various ranges of eating out. I think a lot of people will get something that's partially pre-prepared from like the convenience store or the grocery store, and I think like that happens with some regularity, but it's not considered expensive. But I think probably most average Japanese families don't eat out very often, probably like the same amount that Americans do.
Sure.
Especially if you have a family. I think single people often do like get takeout or get like something to go or get something from their convenience store a lot that's pre-prepared. Kitchens here can be very, very small, especially if you have a very small apartment.
Yeah.
But I would say overall, partly because of the weak yen, eating out is actually less expensive than in the States.
Yeah, if you come from the American perspective, it does seem quite a bit cheaper on the whole. And there are like very inexpensive eating out. It's very common. Ramen, especially, you can get for about 500 yen.
1 coin!
Yeah, 1 coin ramen, which is increasingly difficult to get, but 500 yen is only 370 or so, I think, 380 or so.
350, something like that. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so it is the case that you can get very inexpensive. I think, though, comparatively, salaries are much lower here than in large urban centers in the U.S. And so a lot of people just don't eat out that much.
Yeah.
You're absolutely right. Absolutely right.
They'll just get some stuff from the convenience store and then...
Yep.
But I think there's also... We don't go to izakayas, but there's a whole range of eating places called izakayas that tend to be kind of your neighborhood... equivalent of a neighborhood bar, I guess.
Yeah.
And they have a lot of, like plates, small plates and stuff. It's not like an entree, but, like, you'll get small plates and... I think they tend to be fairly inexpensive, and I think the drinks there tend to be pretty inexpensive. Yeah. So a lot of times people go there with their friends, like on a Friday night.
Yeah, they're usually places that have only counter seating, and usually only like between 3 and 8 counters. And so sometimes walking down a small alleyway, you'll see just people absolutely jammed into these small restaurants that are side by side by side. And I don't know how they pick which one they go in the first place, but. And some of these you have to be a regular to be able to go there at all. If you come in as a new person, you'll be sent away. And they also will have signs that say Japanese only, which means I'm not welcome there, but that's how it goes. Yep. All right, Noms, it was lovely talking to you.
That's more of a warning. Like, come in if you want, but...
Well, it depends. It depends. Some places are speaking about Japanese only as a language. You know, no English here, fine, whatever. Other ones are Japanese people only. Intentionally excluding folks like me because we don't know the rules will cause a scene and so on.
Yeah, I mean, I told you yesterday I don't want to turn into one of those foreigners that's dismissive of other foreigners, but there was a group of fellas who were talking a little bit too loudly on the train.
Yeah.
And they were distracting to little old Noms, who was just trying to listen to her 90s music podcast.
Yeah, I was lucky. So Noms and I do a very, I think, sweet thing where we listen to a podcast together, and she gives me one headphone and she uses the other headphone because they're Bluetooth. They don't have to be super close by. And now I was lucky that my headphone, or earbud, was blocking out the loud people, where for Noms it was her open ear, and yeah, you're much more aware of other people than I am, generally. And I think, are more annoyed by people being loud. I think I'm not, so long as I'm not trying to talk over them. If I'm trying to have a conversation in a restaurant, and I feel like I have to get louder and louder and louder, this is terrible, of course.
Yeah, I don't know what percentage of it is. Hello, foreigner, please don't get us all a bad reputation and get us all kicked out of here just because you are standing around being loud and blocking the door.
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, AVD, I agree. I came from the U.S. also, and so discrimination is legally disallowed along many, many categories. Here, not so much. Here, people can be not hired because they're women, and there's a concern they might become pregnant and cause a huge inconvenience. And so people will be asked during interviews, do you plan to have children? And if you say yes, you might not get the job. And this is just so different than the U.S. And
even housing.
Housing can be discriminated against for lots of reasons. There are plenty of no foreigner households. Now the story that would often be told is in case of emergency, if you're a foreign person, you may not speak Japanese well enough to respond well in the emergency, and then we're liable for taking care of you. But these are often blanket rules that do not involve asking the person about their Japanese or having a conversation with them. It's just because foreigners on the whole do not have super strong Japanese, no foreigners allowed. Yeah.
I mean, I am struck. I haven't traveled extensively in Europe, and I haven't lived in Europe, so maybe it's the same in Europe. But I am struck by the amount of things that come in English, even though English is not a national language here, right? So, like, I will get notices from the government, and there will be English translation on them. I'm like, oh, how nice of you to put something in something that's not the national language.
Yeah, I mean, this is, as you know, definitely the ward we live in is the most foreign ward in Tokyo. It has the widest variety of languages spoken, and so I think it's only the ward government sends things out in English as well as in Japanese, where the Tokyo government sends things only in Japanese.
Yeah,
and the national government
there's
same.
our ward, and then there's the ward with all the fancy Americans and Europeans with money.
It is so.
Foreigner
This
ward.
is so important to Noms. Anytime I mention that we live among other foreigners, she's not the rich ones. I swear, we're not one of those rich ones.
We're not in the expat ward.
Oh you.
I will say with respect to tattoos, I think they're getting more and more common here. I'm seeing them a lot more commonly, and on like people who seem to look fairly standard Japanese.
Yeah, the movement has been to kind of like the period in the 80s and 90s where a lot of women began to get like the little cute rose tattoo or oh Tinkerbell. It's that kind of thing where women who traditionally have not worn tattoos at all here are now having small ones, often in a fairly less than noticeable place. So yeah, the world changes.
And I hope that average Japanese society is starting to be able to tell the difference between a Yakuza tattoo and like
Tinkerbell.
Everyone else's tattoos, right? I think there was a period of that, I think, like in the States too, where people were like, the gang tattoos and the not gang tattoos.
Yeah, I mean, I think part of this, though, is that kind of broad categorization, like we do not rent out to foreigners. Because it just allows the easy judgment instead of having to look at the individual tattoo and say, what is the symbology here?
Yeah.
Is there a Tinkerbell gang? Right, this kind of thing.
Yeah, because that is something that people don't generally like doing here, is like having to make the call.
Yeah, it's much easier if the guidebook says this is a tattoo disallowed. Now you can imagine a guidebook that says, all right, these are the features distinctive of et cetera, but it would be a very complex story as opposed to just the fully disallowed tattoos. Jack Craft, traditionally in Japan, tattoos have been solely worn by members of the Japanese mafia in some sense, the Yakuza. This is less and less the case, and there's a particular type of tattoo the Yakuza wear. They tend to be full body, they tend to be very bright colors.
Very expensive.
Very expensive also, like real works of art. But instead of making the kind of like, is this Yakuza or non-Yakuza tattoo, there's just a strict prohibition against any tattoos. In traditional locations especially, any place where you get naked together is disallowed.
There's a lot more kind of, especially like artistic people that have a lot of tattoos. Like we work with a number of people who have tattoos, and they're like artists, you know.
The countercultural types. That's right. All right, Noms, I do need to say goodbye to you. Thank you for hanging out. Would you mind grabbing me a jacket, please?
Oh boy.
Which
one would you like?
Yeah, whatever looks good with this. I think the brown one I'd commonly wear, but whatever feels good to you today works for me.
Okay, I'll just give you the brown one.
Thank you for the brown one. I appreciate it. Noms, I'd love to spend time with you as always. Have a good time this morning. What are you doing this morning?
Email, probably.
Good old email. It's always there for you. Noms, have an awesome day. I'll see you a little afternoon my time.
Yeah, maybe I'll come back to watch.
Real quick. I'll see you a little afternoon my time, which is also your time. Sorry.
Yeah. I was thinking maybe I'll come back a little bit later so I can watch Supermarket Sweep.
Okay, no guarantee. No guarantee we're going to play it today, but if you come down, we can definitely change over, for sure.
I just want to see it.
Absolutely. That'd be good. Noms, thank you a lot. It was a nice time.
Bye-bye.
Goodbye. Hello, friends. Just us now. I'm sure I had some stories I wanted to mention. I don't recall exactly what they were, but part of it was about the games we played over last week. Had so much fun on the stream on Saturday, in which we played some game, and then we played Adaptory. Oh yeah, we played the Stellar Settlers game, which is a game where you build up your little colony, but the colony isn't really alive. It's instead some kind of like card collection and mana collection game, and I don't know. I didn't quite understand why I was doing it. There was no like motivation for playing it. But I hope they add more of a storyline coming out of demo. And the second game, Adaptory, is the game that a very kind dev asked me to play, and it's the development of Octonaut Included and Hello Knobs, Auction Not Included, and also RimWorld and some other things all jammed together. And I sent our feedback over to the dev. Oh, speaking of things I want to show you all. One moment. I forgot. All right, let me take this and open it here. I got an email. I get emails. This one I would like to share with you straight away. All right, is it gonna come up here? Is it good? All right, let me capture this now because boy howdy, I get emails. Oh, that's pretty hard to see. I'll be embiggen the correct window. One moment. This is to my Resorty email account. Hello, I have an offer for completely passive income. Every month, I will send you $800 worth of Prime. After Twitch sends you the money, you keep 30% for yourself, and you send 70% to us. I think this is money laundering. my suspicion what's going here is that they use stolen credit cards to buy the Twitch Prime, or I guess to buy the Amazon accounts to have the Twitch Prime sent in, and then assuming they're from the US, I get $250 or so, and so I keep some for myself and send the rest to them. Definitely not a suspicious email address. What do you mean? Twitch offers at gmail.com. Yeah, I wonder who falls for this. It's the first time I've gotten an email like this one, and so maybe I've been ushered into some elite echelon. But yeah, obviously we're gonna say no thank you. Here, in fact, we'll do that. Thank you for the offer. I appreciate that you invited me to this important business opportunity. Nonetheless, I must decline at this time. Please contact me again when you have other opportunities. All the best. Yours in Christ. Resorty. Very good, very good.
They're gonna contact you again then.
That's good. I look forward to seeing a 40%, 60% split. Once they get up to 100-0, then I'll accept. Very good, very good. That has been handled. Wonderful. I want to show you another email right quick, but I need to make sure I do not give away my real name. So let me see if this is the case. Hello, Fritz. I think my real name is in this thing, isn't it? Okay. As long as I don't scroll up at all, I think we're okay. Yeah, so no scrolling up, good to good. Thank you. This is the adaptory, however you say it, dev. If you watch the Saturday stream, you'll be able to help here. Thank you to you and your community for the fantastic feedback. I really appreciate it. We've had a good response to our demo at Steam Nextfest, lots of wishlists and players, and it's helped me focus on what's next. More content, a bigger focus on quests and tasks, and more systems that are distinct from Auction Not Included. I'd love to get your and your community's perspective on just one question. I could either launch the game in early access in the next couple months and then spend 2 to 3 years updating it to add all the systems. That way people can play through the game and see new versions come to life. Or I could push out to early access release in 2025 with a more feature-complete version. Which do you think would land better? So when we're playing Adaptory on stream, many people said it's very hard to offer real feedback on the demo because the demo is such an early version of the game. And so my sense of this thing is the later the early access, the better, because if it's pushed too early and people can play the whole game and the whole game is just Oni maybe, people will be pretty turned off. Most of you are saying early access later because more differentiation from Oni, 2025. All right, y'all are saying that. Pepper says wait until 2031. Yeah, I think it makes sense to have a more feature complete and more distinguished game. Makes a lot of sense. All right, thank you all for your good suggestions there. I'm not going to respond to this one live because I have used my real name with him. I prefer not to share it on stream. So very good, very good, very good. Thank you much for your feedback. And look at that, helping a dev improve their game bit by bit by bit. All right. Many are saying I should not have responded to that scammer email. Don't encourage the scammer email. No. I very much appreciate responding to you all, or responding to scammers in an encouraging and friendly way, pretending like I'm a rube, because in so doing, I'll waste more of their time. It's funny to me. It's funny to me on stream to write emails. I wonder if there'd be any appetite to Resorty responds to email streams. If you like sign me up for every possible scam out there, not in my main email address, please, we could then spend time to write a response to all of them. Could be good.
Do you do that with phone calls?
Do I take phone calls on stream?
No, the phone calls that are like spammers or
Oh,
phishing.
no.
Like, do you sit there and you go, oh, well, yeah, can you tell me more about these knives and the special handles they have?
I do not. I do not, because I don't like picking up the phone at all. And I don't know. I feel bad for people who work in that kind of business, because it's a legit job. This thing, which is obviously money laundering, is not just against Twitch protocol, but also is illegal. And so I prefer not to waste the time of someone who's like trying to do their job and the job is legal, as opposed to those who are trying to scam people. Because I guarantee, if I knowingly took part in that kind of, exchange, then my Twitch account would be almost certainly banned. Yeah, almost certainly. And as much as I want to go out on a big number at some point, that's not the way to say goodbye to the Twitch community. So, anyway, ads are currently running. I did not mention that. Let's go ahead and do a little bit of crossword. Noms, you're here for it?
Noms is not here.
Noms is here still. We'll do a little crossword. This is the Friday of last week, and then we'll get to our game, I promise. So, that one we can't do yet. Ingrid's Casablanca character.
Oh, no, not this again.
I think it's Nora, maybe? Maybe that. Cause of a hospital beep. No idea. Place to sun. Place to sun. The beach. The patio. The balcony. A famous cookie purveyor. Famous Amos. Have you not had those?
No, I haven't actually had them, no.
Yeah, these are very tasty. They're soft cookies. Anyway, word after X or G. No, okay. These above may be incorrect.
Isn't it men? X-Men?
X-Men.
G-Men?
X-Mans.
I don't know how to make it.
Yeah, I agree. X-Men and G-Men both feel very, very good, but...
X-rated? G-rated?
Possibly. They cross here as some CPR administrators. I put EMTs in. Is there a word with an R here? But rated requires a rebus also.
Yeah.
Anyway, where some drivers wait...
You're doing downs.
I'm doing downs, thank you. Annual Vietnamese celebrations.
Okay,
So,
there's something funny going on
because
here.
it's Tet,
Yeah.
right? Obviously Tet, and then maybe it's SSSSS, I don't know. And like this is Bone Spur. I said that previously, but I don't quite know how it works.
Is it just gonna be
This is Give Me a Sec. Like many friendly emojis, those are smiley. So I don't know what's happening here. Okay, but I agree, something's weird in that corner. What might be used to place make bad calls? Bad calls. So it'd be an umpire making the wrong call on a ball or strike. It could be a person who's making a scam call, like saying, we'll give you 80% of the money, you give us 20%. It could be a prank call, possibly. I don't know. A personal elevator. Ego trip is a personal elevator of one's self-confidence. Droop.
Sag, usually.
Sag is usually the answer, absolutely. We'll figure it out. Bigelow products. T, right?
Yeah.
As a Psalms? Nope, that's not going to fit. So this would cross the result of a coder's typo, perhaps. Do you think that is system error?
That seems right.
I'll get a lot, too. All right. Mind.
Okay, it's the same thing as above, right? So it's care, but...
Possibly...
So this is probably Stack?
What do you mean, Stack?
Stack is a record label. Stack Records. But, there's something... Or maybe...
Oh, I see.
Is it like carrot? So it's something funny? But I thought Stack was spelled with a
K, right?
I thought it was CK, but maybe it's just K.
So I said previously C's up, so this is now correct. But yeah, there's something Reba C weirdness here. I don't know. Anyway, at this point, we will pause it, get to our game, and do more than an hour or so. Weirdness in the New Yorker, my friends. Weirdness. Question about, is it illegal to agree to money laundering and not send them money afterwards? So because of what I know about how these scams work, they're definitely using stolen credit cards to get the money to me. And so, yes, I'd be knowingly receiving stolen goods. And so I guarantee I'd be breaking the law. More importantly, breaking Twitch policies. I'm fine with going to jail. Just don't delete my Twitch account. And yeah, I think that would be a very poor decision for the.
What if you were in cahoots with the police?
I mean, yeah, if I reach out to Twitch and say, hey, Twitch, I received this this email, do you want to do a sting? They might be down with it, but I can imagine instead they would just say, no, don't do this. It's involving stolen credit cards.
Yeah, I could see Twitch being like, this is really not our business, or like, it's not worth our time. Just don't respond.
Yeah.
Because they're like, we are not in the business of trying to right all of the wrongs of the world. We're just trying to make some money for Jeff Bezos.
Well, definitely they are, though, because the chargeback would affect them, and they've already paid out to me. And so they would have to do the work to either reclaim from me, or they'd have to instead, like, eat the loss. Mm-hmm. If I say I didn't know that they had illicitly give me Prime subs, though.
But then you wouldn't get $240.
Then I wouldn't get the money. Yeah, I guarantee that the better financial choice is to keep my stream around. I will definitely make $240 next month. If I don't this month, it's fine. It's fine. Anyway, I have not loaded today's game yet, but we should probably load a game now. The game is going to be called what's it called again? It's called Homeworld 3. Homeworld 3. And so we'll get that one loaded up. We'll put the music away. Have any of you played Homeworld 3 yet? I saw one person in chat earlier who said they had. They liked Homeworld very, very much. Honestly, I know almost nothing about it, except that it was recommended to me on the Steam homepage this morning. It's one of the more popular demos this demo season. It should capture in a second here, hopefully. Video game? Video game? Hey, there we go. Alright, Homeworld 3, made by Gearbox. Important health warning, photosensitive seizures. Also, the game would like to skip past the firewall. You know what? I trust you for sure. So if you have photosensitive, etc., then please do be careful. Parents watch for or ask children about these symptoms. That's nice. This is the most developed photosensitivity warning I've ever seen. There's usually just a quick, like, you know what this means? Don't have seizures. But lots of explanation this time. Ooh.
Space. The final frontier.
Mefret, you loved Homeworld 1 and 2, so you pre-ordered this one. Phelan's the most amazing RTS ever. Better even than the StarCrafts. I really enjoyed the StarCrafts, though I was only good in the single-player version. Let's push a button. The number of very large screens that are very bright is throwing me off a little bit. Please read the EULA carefully. If you do not agree to the terms, you're not permitted to open, download, install, copy, or use the software. I already downloaded it. They can't get it back. Oh, boy. The software is licensed, not sold to me. You will own nothing and you will be happy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. You're not allowed to copy the software without authorization onto a hard drive. Already did it. Oh boy. Oh boy. It does go. It does go.
Imagine being the attorney that writes this.
I'm sure someone enjoys writing these things. I'm sure some people really enjoy like precision in language. Like I actually do also. But I can't imagine this being my full-time job, sure.
A photocopy. It has to be a photocopy of your dated sales receipt.
Yeah.
Not a scan. Not a picture.
As I said previously, I believe these don't hold up terribly well in court because usually you can say, I just didn't read it, or who could be expected to read and understand this thing? We must engage in arbitration. No suing. Fine. I accept. And then the terms of service. I think any game that forces me to agree to a bunch of legalese before I play it makes me so turned off. Like, I no longer want to play this game. For a moment I was into it, now I'm just not. And I understand multiplayer games in particular need these so they can then stop people who are hacking, especially those who are making the large-scale hacks that others download. But goodness gracious, I don't know. Okay, I agree.
There's a South Park about these.
A third one, the privacy policy. Yeah, there's South Park in which you give up your body to Steve Jobs. Is that right?
Yeah, it's the human centipede one.
Yeah, I think you've mentioned it before. I don't think I've seen it. They're to collect my first and last name, my residential address.
Good luck.
Good luck. All right. In what should we play this game? Is it time for a little bit of Nihongo? I can read Nihongo at least. That's delightful. We'll stay with the English. So this is an example of language use in several sizes and orientations. Cool. Sounds good. The screen gamma. Adjust the gamma until the darkened image is barely visible. If unsure, make it 2:2. So I actually do not do this here. I actually do not do any changes to gamma, because if I do and make it just barely visible on my screen, people on chat can't see it usually.
Yeah,
so we'll leave
it's already just barely visible.
It's just barely visible.
For
That's
us,
fine.
it's quite visible.
What volume do we want? I mean, louder than it currently is. I'll increase the volume, but as always, I do wonder, we'll get crazy loud in-game. Who knows? No more settings. No more settings. Do I want a subtitle display? Enable or disable subtitle display for full motion video sequences. Yes. Customize the colors. So this is the most setup I've ever had for a game before you push the start mission, start playthrough. But sure, this seems standard to me. What kind of camera does one want? A modern first-person camera, orbit controls only while focused, versus the classic. I can make either one work. We'll do the modern, sure. Camera translation. So, what is... Okay, I'm just going to go with the standard, whatever. First, onboarding. Do I play the campaign tutorial, choose our content, or access our settings? Let's play the campaign tutorial. I'm guessing it's full motion video, so I'll probably go away here. Indeed, indeed. Off I go.
Training will begin with reviewing and testing fleet functionality necessary for future missions. Mission goals are expressed as objectives. Missions may require multiple objectives to be accomplished.
Music goes back down again. Come back here.
Situational awareness is key.
So he's talking in the background. I hope you can hear it a little bit. Camera look rotation. To look around with the camera must be engaged by pressing and holding the right mouse button. If using modern controls, the camera will look around the camera's current point of view. That's me. Okie dokie. Ooh. So, is an RTS with first person also striking? Rotate the viewport to view the mothership. Where is it?
It's not the mothership.
The mothership. Oh, there she is.
labeled.
Hello, sweetheart. Rotate to look at the asteroid bay instead. Done.
And now, rotate your view to look at the friendly
Next up, go look at the carrier. The carrier.
Moving your view. Attempt
Done.
now.
Next up is move the camera forward and backward. D and A, etc. Good. So forward and backward. There we go.
Closely view the nearby
Closely view the asteroid bay. I see it. I see it.
your view to gain or
Finally, just the height of your view using E and Q for up and down. That is weird. Okay, cool.
attempt to gain a close view of the Allied carrier above now.
Now view the Allied carrier above. Hello, friends. Zoom in close. Which is W to go in. This is weird movement. We'll figure it out eventually. Camera zoom. Use the mouse wheel to go forward and backward also. modern camera, etc. So,
Command can accomplish the same task, albeit more
zoom
easily.
ye the camera.
Try this now.
So forward and backwards versus zoom. I'll be interested to see how it differs.
Return to via a dedicated
Get to the mothership once more. Selection shortcuts. Backspace goes to a valid production unit preferring the mothership. F4 for all military. Home to cycle camera between all production capable units. Got it. So backspace takes me to Mama. Hello, Mother. Oh, hello, Mother. So double tap to go to Mom right away. Does the mothership have a name, or is it just mothership? Press space, or click on the button in the lower center of HUD to toggle sensor manager.
The sensors manager is critical for quickly surveying
space
the
will do
entire
it.
mission area all at once. Good. The
Okay,
direction of critical
so
positions
here we
in the
see
mission
things
area will be
differently than
shown on the
before.
sensors gyro.
Directional gyro. Gyro. Sounds delicious. Oh, that tzatziki sauce. It's a spherical display located at the lower center of the screen. Important locations or objects are indicated via arrows that appear on the surface of the directional gyro sphere. As the camera moves and rotates, the sphere and the arrows remain locked to the environment's orientation. There are 3 types of indicators. Combat indicators are red. Combat zones where your units or allied units have engaged hostile units. Objective markers are yellow by default and point towards any active objective marker. The flagship is blue by default, points to the flagship, often the mothership.
The first marker shows the direction of the mothership.
Alright, so we see the little green HUD thing in the middle.
And related points of interest. Finally, the last marker indicates the direction of any combat events.
I'm gonna get so
on the way.
lost in this game. It is very confusing.
The sensors manager allows you to see the positions of the fleet.
If I watch too much of this, I will just throw
Orders
up.
can also
It's too seasicky for you.
all units have a
You
sensor
chose
grid.
first-person
Their
control.
effective sighting rate.
I think it was first-person controlled regardless.
Units
Oh.
outside this range are
Maybe not
easily
though.
detected.
Folks in chat,
This area
did I have to use first person?
of the sensors
No, you can. I'm going away in a little bit, so no big deal.
Goodbye, noms.
ships out. We're building units
There's too much happening right now. I'm talking over it, which is really throwing me off. So I must sit here silently while he speaks, perhaps.
Resources are highlighted with triangular points of interest.
This is a pure dump of information, and I caught almost none of it. So those of you who know this game are gonna have to tell me what to do. For now, though, hit spacebar to get out.
Time, a tactical pause can be issued. Use this to your advantage to plan or issue orders under high stress or time.
Alright, we can tactically pause. The tactical pause system allows the gameplay speed to be adjusted or virtually pause. Yeah, this is a video game, noms. I'm playing a video game.
Sounds like you're reading an essay.
In this essay, I will show you how to do this. All actions are available, including selecting a unit when you're paused. So you pause with P. Okay.
Initiate and then cancel a tactical pause.
Activate a tactical pause. P. Game speed is 0 now. P again.
Note that while paused, units cannot react to orders. Likewise, objectives cannot be completed.
So you can't do anything while paused other than give missions.
Can be reduced by intervals of 25% using the dedicated command. Try this now.
P plus scroll wheel basically move faster and slower in game speed. So slower, faster. Mission accomplished.
Before beginning operations, we will focus on the mothership.
Next up, mothership. Also, I think the voice has gotten too quiet again. Oh, somebody will find the volume in the right spot. Alright. So, press the middle mouse plus F, or right alt plus F, to focus the camera on selected objects. Focusing on an already focused object brings the camera in closer. Alternatively, Alt plus left mouse button. Why is it that Alt gets no name and then right Alt is called right Alt? Why is not left Alt and right Alt? The left supremacy will not stand. So, left Alt on an object to focus the camera on it without changing selection. Are they expecting I'll remember any of this? I guarantee all I know is P is pause.
This can be done with a dedicated command.
Alright, so select a unit. Hello, mothership. Left click, or middle click. You go in.
When ships have been focused on, your view will be set to orbit around the subject. Attempt to orbit your view around the mothership with it in focus.
Okay, so it told me how to rotate. I think I missed that part. Look, I'm rotating. I did it.
Your view can also be zoomed in and out from the subject. Try this now.
Zoom the camera in while focus. So F again is focus, and then zoom in. Maybe? No, it was not zoom. This is this appears to be zooming in while focused. Hello, video game? I've done the thing you want. I've given you all you really want. I'm gonna try to defocus, and then refocus, and now zoom in. I broke the tutorial. Wait, what do you want from me, sincerely? I'm kind of confused right now. It does say, zoom the camera while focused on a unit. And focus again is F. Or maybe it's Alt. Alright, I now clicked on it. So I see in the bottom left-hand corner. Hello? Alright, let me look down here. This is attack, this is stop, this is rally, overcharge, self-repair, fusion missile. Okay. In the compendium, I can learn how to do things again. So, which port? Are we in the selection menu here? Fleet management? Oh god, look at them all. What's the last one they told me about? There are 117 entries here. Focus. Got focus. So press middle mouse button to focus. It's right alt plus F. Right, we're not focused yet. We're now focused. Okay, I got it. I got it. So looking at or clicking on does not focus.
All unit operations begin by designating a unit to issue orders to.
Next up, manual selection. So manual selection versus focusing. Oh, how long till we just go play this supermarket simulator game? I want to go manage a supermarket as opposed to pushing so many keys. Now, I wonder if this is necessary for the player to enjoy the game at all. Because like I said, this is such a dump of controls. Like, I'm very used to games saying, like, here's how to move the camera. Here's how to start building things. I'm not used to, here are 1,000 different ways to use the camera. Maybe now we can play the game. So left click to manually set a unit. We can also square box to get them. Alright. Press and hold left shift or right shift when selecting a unit to add it to the current selection. Double click on a unit to select all on-screen units of that type. To clear the current selection, either click on empty space, create an empty band box, love that, or press escape. Note that when selecting multiple units, military priority is active. If potential selection includes both military and non-military units, only the military units will be selected. I just want to shoot something. I just want to deploy my ships and shoot something.
Start by selecting the resource control.
Alright, select ye the resource collector. Hello, friend. Hello, I see you.
Not all ships are combat vessels, but each class of ship has a unique role, function, and set of abilities. The mothership is a slow but well-armored shipyard, capable of fending off rudimentary threats.
The mothership can fight a little
The
bit.
resource controller's resource ability is used to harvest resource units, RUs, primarily from resource patches found in asteroids or structural debris.
So the tutorial was also listed as campaign tutorial. I think any new player has to play this. I didn't see a way to jump right into the game, but I'm not sure. To produce additional units or fleet, or research new technology to enhance the existing fleet, resources are required. Resources are found in asteroids and containers on the surface of ancient megalithic structures. Alright, y'all getting a vote. Y'all are getting a vote right now, my friends. Here comes a poll. So, this is a slog. Continue. Glory is found. Glory in perseverance. Too long. Glory ahead, or let's play Supermarket. I'm okay with fiddly games. I'm okay with games that require a tremendous amount of knowledge to play well. But I'm okay making a fool of myself for a while, and then learning the exceptional. Because, like, CK3 has so much you have to learn by playing, but they give you just enough to start playing at all. So, we're currently split on, do we keep playing this game or do we go to the supermarket? I'll leave it there. Please prefer to vote. To harvest resources, select the resource controller, then click on or press the hotkey of the resource ability to... Okay, cool. So I have you.
Resource controller selected.
Now we need to find a resource. Q or click on the resource ability to begin gathering. Q. So Buddy goes and finds something to gather. Most of you want the supermarket looks like. Resource controllers cannot fight back. Supermarket wins. We tried. Probably one I'd like to learn, just not during a stream. Any game that required me to read a lot of stuff and push buttons, I find kind of tedious for streaming. So, thank you very much, game. I'm glad to have learned some. No, there's no way to skip the tutorial, unfortunately. Yeah, there's no way to skip the tutorial in this one. The campaign one is a tutorial. It appeared to be, so that's just that. Alright, time to try Supermarket Simulator and see how this goes. Supermarket Simulator? This might be very, very silly, but I'm okay with a silly game to end up our demo period. Sorry for those of you who really like that game. It's just not what I'm feeling right now, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and capture a different game then. Let's run our supermarket. There it is. All right, very good. Might be very loud. We'll see in a moment. All right, let's start a new game. You can play the beginning of the full game here. See, that's what I want. I want a little bit there to do it. Surprised I don't like Homeworld. I didn't play Homeworld. I read pages and pages of the control manual. Remember the good old days when they gave you a little manual that explains how to play the game? And if you want to, you can read it all and enjoy the information. Or you can set it to the side and make Mario jump on your own. So, yeah, I think having 3 pages of end-user licensing to click through, and then the game was not being played, it was just dumping more and more information, not the way for a demo especially. I think for a demo, you want the player to be playing instantaneously and getting the experience of playing the game. That just did not happen here, so terribly sorry. Terribly sorry. We can play the full game here in the beginning. Start by purchasing goods to sell and place them on the shelves. Don't forget to set some prices with profit to avoid bankruptcy. Have fun. That's what I want to hear for a demo. I'm going to have some fun now. Welcome to the super demo. All right. What is this? My trash can. The mouse sensitivity is a little bit too high for me. So move that down. That feels somewhat better. How do I interact with you, oh trash bin? I do not. That is fine. Yeah, we'll try to learn Homeworld off stream and then maybe play it again in the future. Just no. No. Go to the computer. Left click to interact, right click to interact. Oh, here's the computer. I apologize. The computer. To the market. What should we sell at our lovely little, what do you call this thing? Our lovely little bodega here. We can have cereal or eggs or sliced bread. I mean, I want something that's as good as sliced bread. Uh-oh. I clicked out. Wait, okay. So you interact with this not with your mouse. You do use your mouse. I clicked out and then clicked back out, and it made me lose my mouse. All right, here we go. Let's go ahead and buy 4 boxes of sliced bread. Now, are we getting 12 of them? So 99 cents by 12. I'm going to call $1.
Or buying 4 boxes? Or am I buying... Alright, just sell the bread for more than 99 cents, I think. In case you want to make your own bread, you can also get some flour. How much money do I have right now? This is a fine question. Oh, here I have $100 dues. $100 dues. So, by 3 of you, and some eggs. 50 plus 35 plus 119. Flour's so expensive. That's too expensive. Okay. I'm going to add you. And you. And who doesn't like some oil? It's probably too much money. It is indeed too much money. Also, shipping cost? Shipping costs? What? Alright. We'll get rid of 1 pile of eggs. 1 pile of sliced bread. 2 sliced bread. Buying those 3 things, have a little money left over to pay rent and lights and so on. Glorious. So, there's also a market in here, or an indicator in here for the, not the market, to the home page, please. I saw a management page as well. Escape is for back. All right, how do I get out of this little bit here? That does it. All right, what's my management page? Purchase the license to be able to sell the items below. So this unlocks more and more items. Hello, Thrashell. How's it going? Thank you for the raid. Hope you're doing well. So unlocking more stuff eventually. For now, we need a higher store level. There also are bills there. No bills to pay right now. We have a larger market as well. This is going to be good. For now, though, what's Nocthouse? Nocthouse? No clue. Do my items arrive immediately? They do. Pick up some boxes. Box number 1, a box full of oil. I will put it on the ground here. And then box number 2 comes inside. Man, speedy delivery. This Jeff Bezos guy is doing a great job at delivering on time. Oh, I opened it. Oh, no. Oh, no. All right, you sit here for right now. Also, the game is so quiet compared to the last one. Yeah, last game was so loud by comparison. Last box, our box of eggs. Be careful with these. You saw I was playing Homeworld 3. I was reading the tutorial of Homeworld 3, and that was a little bit too much for me. So, good to see you, though, for sure. Alright, I wish to unload you. So, drop... You just go on the shelf. Aha! So you throw from the box onto the shelf. We have so much bread. Full stack of bread. And I'll save the rest behind the counter. Don't want to put out too much. Don't want people to think there's too much supply unless we lower the prices. So we put you in there. That's probably a stand, though. I need a space for boxes. Against the wall. Will OSHA mind this? I don't know much about OSHA, unfortunately. So, close you. You have to hold it to close it. Obviously, organizing my my store is the most important thing. What's up next? Those eggs. I don't have a refrigerator section, so I'm sure this is a great idea. Eggs go on this shelf. Beautiful. Oh, look how well they put them out there. Just stacking very nicely. Well, Wishy, thank you for the continuing subscription. I appreciate that very much. We'll do 2 piles of eggs. Wait, I know things about marketing, though. Isn't it the case that things you want to sell should be at eye level? So, no bottom shelf for now. We wish you say this is finally a game you'd love to check out. We're not really into the strategy games. You want to see the simulator games? That's fun, too. I like sim games. So we have an empty box. Can the empty box go into the trash can? It can. So how you get rid of that. And lastly, a box of cooking oil. I want that on the bottom so people can get their gains in by picking it up from the floor. For now, though, we'll put it on a shelf here. And again, I think it looks nicer all on one shelf. Okay, so next up we need to set the price of these things. So how much should bread cost? So it was $99 to get. The market price is $238. I don't quite know what that means. Maybe it means other people are charging that much for it. So yeah, I bought it for $99. I could sell it for a little bit below 238. I'm going to do generous guy. We'll sell it for $1.99 each. A profit of $1 for each one we're selling. $5 for a high-quality bread store? What are you talking about? We're not high-quality anything. We're a guy inside of a box. This is my life. Box guy all the way. How much do those eggs cost on initial purchase? $145. All right, $2.50 it is. A little bit more pricey. That's okay. Selling under market price. And lastly, the cooking oil. $4.45. My goodness. We'll sell it for $5.99. Using that tricky human perception where it's under $6, so say, oh, it's only $5, you geniuses. All right, next up, open the store. I think I'll put all the bread out. I'm guessing there'll be a run on bread at that fine price. And we'll throw away our box. Very good. And now next up, we open the store. Come on down to the bodega. Yes, hello, sir. What a fine shirt you have. Our first ever customer. Want some eggs? Are you putting them in your bag? Are you not going to pay for that? How dare you, sir? Okay. Welcome to checking you out. Boop. Again, very quiet game. I'm going to increase the game volume yet again. May need to keep turning it up, unfortunately. He's got some money. Now, do I have to do math here? He gave me a $50 bill. I need to give him $35.52. 20, 30, 30. It's all I get back. Wait, give 30. So it tells me how much I've chosen out so far. And then 52. Oh boy, 20, 50. We have 50-cent pieces. Fancy fancies. Done. Here is your money, sir. Here. Oh, 35. You can't stiff him. I tried to stiff him $5. Here you go, sir. That's all you got. We give you your money back. We give you your... How do I give you your money? Oh, approve. Spacebar. Hopefully you got your money back, man. I'm not sure I gave it to you. Next. Got some oil. Got some money. This thing cost $14.48. You gave me exactly that. Have a nice day, ma'am. Have a nice day, ma'am. Next up. Oh, someone is an absolute bread thief. Wants all the bread possible. There's your bag, ma'am. For that, you're going to give me $6. She wants 3 cents change. I'm so grateful the game does math for us, if not so tough. You can take your money back by right-clicking the bills in the cash register. Hello, sir. Very fancy man. No refunds, but you're giving me exact price. Thank you, sir. Have a good day. Next up, egg person. Man, I wonder if I'm going to steal stuff. I'm having trouble focusing on anything other than the current shifting. 50 cents. Here, a shiny 50-cent piece for you. Good day, ma'am. Good day. We have to perform 25 total checkouts. Well, no one's here yet. Let me go outside and say, eggs, get your eggs. Oh, this person wants some eggs. This person wants some things. Welcome to the store, ma'am. We don't have an air conditioning unit yet. Let's let the doors open. Keep it nice and cool. I love your shoes, though. You're looking good. Oh, she wants those eggs. That's exactly what she wants. Thank you for buying the eggs. She gives us the exact price. I thank you. Good day. You worked at a convenience store for 3 years is an easy way to determine change. It's a counting up method. I worked in a cashier at Target for a while, a big box store. And, hello, sir. I like your shirt. That's the kind of shirt I wear when I'm not on stream. I very much enjoyed ringing people out when I was but a boy, but I do appreciate that I don't have to do much math in this game. All right. Change is 301. 1, 2, 3, 1. Good day, sir. Maybe in later levels we will not be able to have auto math here. Maybe EMP storm will hit the earth. Holy cow, this guy wants nothing but oil. You understand this is for cooking, sir. This is not for your car. I mean, not to question your intelligence, but beep boop. He's giving me $17.97. No change needed. Thank you, sir. I don't know when you gave me the coins. You appear to be handing me a fistful of dollars. Maybe not. What do we still have today? Lots of bread, lots of eggs, lots of oil. Who wants what? Who? Oh, ma'am, what a lovely outfit you have on. All these red shirts, like a very daring color, but I think you really pull it off, ma'am. Because of that, you bought something extra, didn't you? Alright, so, bread and eggs. I'm guessing eventually I have to restock while people are waiting to check out also. Give us the exact amount. Thank you, ma'am, and good day. Our store is leveling up. We have 92.68 in the kitty right now. We started at 100. So, who is next? What currency has 25 and 50 cent coins in common circulation? I think the US had 50 cent coins in common circulation a long time ago. Holy cow, this is a $100 bill. Are you ripping me off, man? Are you ripping me off with this $100 bill? Hey, it's your twin. Are you guys trying to fool me? Oh, big tricks, big tricks. So 50, 70, 90, 1, 2, 3, and 52. Bingo bango, sir. Good seeing you. Next. A little bit of eggs for you. Eggs cost $2.50. You gave me that. Good day, sir. Haven't ripped anyone off yet. We now have a profit on the day of $1.66. Oh, fancy man. We have no fancy food. I mean, except for our elite bread. It's the fanciest bread in the entire city. Brought to you by Ron. Ron's sandwich bread made by nature. Are you having a good day, sir? Yeah, definitely as we check people out, we should compliment the food they choose. Say, you made a fine choice. Those are the finest eggs in the whole city. Cage-free. This does not mean they're happy or healthy, but at least you can have less guilt than otherwise. Good day, sir. Good day. We need to do another 12 checkouts today. We have store level 2, though. All right, pardon me briefly, sir. I'll be right with you. So, am I allowed to order new things and fridges and so on? I can order things during the day. Oh, customer's waiting. Sir, I'm sorry. It's a one-man shop. Got lots of things to do. Do you want some lotto tickets? 2 cents back. Bingo bango. Good day, sir. Okay. This game is a tiny bit silly. I'm enjoying the silliness for sure. Now, should I just keep buying things? It's 4 p.m. I do wonder if we'll be having end of the day at some time. I can probably just close the store whenever I want to, but so far everyone's walked by has come in. I wonder if I'll eventually have to do promotional sales to bring more people into the store. We're out of oil, almost out of eggs now. And I wonder if things stay good overnight, or if we're going to need to... couldn't find oil! People are unhappy they're not finding now. 47, 25, 1, 2. And then 50. Boom. Good stuff. Again, I wonder if the food stays good overnight. All we have is bread now. It's 5:30 p.m. I doubt I'm going to restock. Oh, the eggs are good. We're one of those... She wants all the bread. She heard from someone, give me that bread. They actually wanted money, but she got confused. Money, please. Thank you. Have a nice day, ma'am. So I need more checkouts, and there's nothing on the shelf. So here, I'll buy you all some more oil, some more bread. I think things deliver instantaneously. Please stay good overnight. Oh gosh, it's quite late now. Here, have some cereal. It's tasty. Choco-ipic. Like chocorific, perhaps. Oh, you got cereal, ma'am. Also, we got for you lovely cooking oil. Oh, this is going to be free? It has no price? No, it's not free. It's not free. Don't take that stuff. No, it's mine. Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh, that's terrible. Please stop taking it. It's not for you. Oh, my goodness. Oh, we got absolutely ripped off. I put $599. No, $5.99. There we go. $2 profit. I'd like to see it turned on, the game said. Here's a switch. Bink. Good. Now, is the price in here now? The price is in here. So she's not insisting it was free. Thank goodness. Next up, a bunch of oil for you. This is the second time you had oil today. Are you running an oil factory? Are you reselling my oil? I think you might be. We have to help 6 more people. And while we're waiting, a large box of something's outside. Hopefully no one's stolen my box of things. We live in a good neighborhood, I swear. All those tenements and such. We are the bodega. Now, I'm slightly bummed I'm not allowed to name my store. That would have been the best thing in this game, if possible. All right, sir, right with you. Right with you for sure. Thank you for the oil. I appreciate that. Thank you for the money. We do appreciate exact change. We'll see you again soon, sir. Could I wait for her to get the cereals to the price to $1,000? Maybe. That seems pretty scammy. I don't want this place to be a scam. Ma'am, have a nice evening. Thanks for coming by. Here's your 106 and change. We have to do 3 more checkouts the day to end, I believe. Or it might end at midnight. Not sure which. Hurry it up, Buster. No time for waiting. Bread and oil both. He wants 5 cents back. 2 more checkouts. Push enter to end the day. We did not accomplish our goal. Unfortunately, a failure is us. 2 products not found. We got a bunch of store points. We made $13 today. On the first day, that's okay. You'll receive daily bills starting today. Make sure to pay the bills using the computer before their due date, or they're paid automatically. More electrical devices, the more expensive the bills. Alright, so I have 113. What kind of bills do we have to pay? That'll be over here in the management page. We owe nothing yet. Great. We can hire folks later in the full version. We can get licenses to sell more things. I like to buy the things I don't have quite yet. So we have flour coming in and pasta and more eggs. Cool. We then have some money for our bills. Let's check out the furniture also. Another shelf for a fridge. Way more money than we have, unfortunately. Let's take this outside. Got more things coming in. Luckily, time does not start until you open the store. Alright, collection of eggs. I do wonder if I should check how the price has changed overnight. If it does change at all. It's $2.61 still, so we're still giving them a reasonable price. Someday we're going to raise the price by becoming the only store in town. Next up, pasta. Our first time having pasta. Pasta is selling for $2.45, up to $4.17 on the market. Let's do $3.98. A 1 penny sale for you folks today. All right. Then go over here, deposit that. And lastly, some flour. We'll put it at the top layer. This is a fine question for people. Do you want to buy your bread or buy your own flour to make bread? $7.98. My goodness. Oh, typing's not happening. Must not clicked incorrectly. Hello? So now we're selling it for literally nothing. There we go. 747. 757. My favorite airplane. Alright. Today we need to have 2 more checkouts till our objective is completed. We didn't have to make a bank run, thank goodness. Used to have to get some money. So, we're open. Come on in. New products. Probably need more oil. And put oil in the shopping cart until I can afford a couple boxes. There's over $100. Hello? Hello? Is this thing on? Oh, hello, ma'am. Come on in. Have your daily chit-chat with the Bodega Man. This reminds me of the Lin-Manuel Miranda in the Heights. We don't have any coffee for you yet. Maybe soon, though. Alright. Lots of breakfast food for you. Hope you're having a lovely breakfast at work. Here's your $3 for change. And good day. 1 more checkout needed. Look forward to seeing what happens when the objective is completed. Also, we had 3 or 4 people in the shop at one point later. I wonder if there are predictable routines throughout the day. People coming in together or as the day gets farther along. 25 checkouts are done. Next up, purchase a product license on the computer. So how much is the next product license? I believe it was quite a bit. 125 maybe. Yeah, 125. Store level 3 is needed. Oh, people are lining up. Again, these twins. Oh, these twins. Must be a twin convention in town. We do not have a credit card reader yet. I don't know if we'll get one eventually. Or if... Yeah, or if instead we'll be cash only. It's an anti-corporate stand. We're using cash because it's accepted everywhere. We fear the corporations but love the government. Where's my American flag to put up? Bum, bum, ba-dum, bum. Hello, sir. Do you want to sing the national anthem with me? Are you feeling patriotic? Well, those cereal is made by fine farmers in the great state of Iowa. Thank you for supporting the American industry. Good day, sir. So the game is in some measure a little repetitive, obviously, but I am wondering if there'll be more and more challenges as time goes by. Kind of guessing there will be. We almost have enough money to buy our first product level upgrade. We're also still almost out of oil. So the time for the important decision. Do we give the people what they want, or do we make it so we can get even better items than right now? So they want new things like eggs. Just not sure. So when do we actually get the money? And when we actually get the money in our pocket, if it's when we make the exchange here, if it's when the person leaves. I'm going to keep an eye out for next time, right here. Don't ever said running a market involves a large variety of tasks. True. This is one of those sim games, right? There's so many sim games where you just do the same thing over and over again. But why do people bring us $50 bills? We need one of those signs that say 20 and lower only. We'd appreciate you using dollar bills. They would become the change-making place for people. No magazine rack yet. 114. All the people with their tiny little purchases, making $3 or so on each person. 35, 40, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we keep having infinite coins here. I wonder if eventually we'll have to have different coins. Also, what's that red button? That's a security button? Will we be robbed eventually? Gosh, I hope not. I'm going to go do the upgrade now. So starter pack 1, we can sell milk, bottled water, peanut butter, cake candy, and coffee. We don't need the money to do the same. Because buying huge amounts of cereal, very, very strange. I like to imagine the stories what these people are doing. I also remember doing that back when I worked at Target. Why are these people buying these things? What kind of person are they? Do they buy a hammer, a tarp, some lime? What's going on here? 75, 85, 86. Have a nice day, ma'am. With 42 bucks, we're out of what right now? We're out of flour right now. Thank you. And 551. Probably never use 50-cent pieces. All right, after you, sir, I'm going to buy something new. I suspect if I have the milk not in the fridge, it'll go kind of bad. But let's see here. I wish to order from you just 1 oil instead. Absolutely all of our money for that one. And people came in wanting bread also. So we're kind of running short right now on a variety of things. 1 second, sir. I've got brand new oil. Go. We'll throw this out real quick. Next up is purchase a fridge or shelf. For right now we have plenty of space. I think fridge is my next big desire. 52. Alright. So when will the bills actually show up? I'm guessing possibly at the end of the day. Yeah, so far nothing. So at the end of the day we'll learn about our bills. I'd prefer to stay ahead on cash. Though maintaining things on the shelf is probably pretty important also. All right, it is now 6 p.m. We got 3 hours to go. Also, did I leave the light on all day? Okay, I did not. Light goes off automatically overnight. Not quite dark enough yet for the light being needed. And yeah, I think tomorrow we'll buy more items. If this person complains about not having something, then I should tell them to come in earlier in the day. This place does not work for you. You work for this place. You need to understand how supply and demand works, and you, brother, were not demanding at the right time. Next. Thank you for the eggs. $1 back. I'm considering giving people their change in the least convenient ways possible. Time to use the light bill a little bit. There's a light on. Come on in. All left at the end of the day is the oil. Even though we bought a whole new package of oil midway through the day, people have bought it up right quick. 1 hour to go. Oil, get your... Sir, do you want oil? I'll give you a deal. I'll give you 2 bottles of oil for 10. What? All right, he refused the deal. I was ready to make a real trade with him, but was not feeling it. All right, last one here. You wonder if my being in Japan changed my view on using cash. Oh, possibly so. In the US, I used credit cards basically all the time and just paid my credit card off at the end of the month. Couldn't find oil. I've got nothing left. There's nothing here for you. Go away. Out you go. Closed. Closed. Well, what if I close the store with him inside? Can I make him an employee now? No, unfortunately not. The day is done. Click. Enter to finish the day. So, we ended up making negative $5 today. And here in Japan, we use cash a lot more. I'm still not super comfortable with using all of the coins. So I'm someone who will pile up more and more coins at home because I give them 1,000 yen each time, which is the lowest bill. And then Noms is fine using the coins. So Noms is fine being the customer who stands in line with her coin purse and counts out coin by coin like a grandmother would. And she occasionally holds up the line a long time where I'm like, nope, here's my 1,000 yen. I'll throw the change at home. I think back in the US, if I had a lot of coins, I'd take them to the bank and deposit them. Here, I think there's a fee for doing that, but I'm not dissuaded from it. All right, so we're not really making much profit day over day. Yesterday, though, we spent $125 on updating what we're allowed to purchase. So I would like peanut butter and bread. This feels like an absolute synergy move. Everybody loves candy. And we have one more item. Well, the ever popular eggs, I suspect. Oh, one more item? Too many items, too many items. What's the cheapest thing we can get? Oh, the bills. We look at the bills also. $3.30. We have a rent due of $10 also. One paid, other one paid. We can then buy our starting food for the day, $88. Keeping this thing going. We have $1 left, but the rent has been paid. This place is ours. So I'd love to put the candy, inside the checkout line in hoping that people will check out lane. What do you all say? Check out line or check out lane? I think lane feels strange here and there's just one of them, but I think lane I prefer. For right now, though, we only have the shelves here. That said, I wonder if putting candy in the front row where people will see it, on a low shelf so children can see it, would be absolutely wonderful. Now, though, here's some eggs. I'm going to check the price, because if I can get a few more cents out, that'd probably help us quite a bit. Hello, Fernando. It's good seeing you. Alright, so eggs market price, $2.61. Alright, so now it's prices go up. $2.52. Absolutely reasonable. 2 more cents profit, gonna be great. Next up, for the first time ever, here's our candy, the Bonbeck Bubble Buzz. So put it at child level. Hope the children come in and demand it. Hello? Right shelf, thank you. I am selling under market price. So market price is not the price that I paid for it. I think it's the prevailing price. Oh, maybe not. Wait 1 second. No, my cost is 145. The market price, I assume, is the price of all markets generally. But yeah, I don't want to make it so that they won't shop with me. I don't know. So 199 for the candy, 378 the overall. If you overprice stuff, you get more profit, but will fewer people come to the store then? This is why I'm not a business person, because I guarantee I'd be out of business in 2 days' time. 2 days flat. How'd I go? All right, got that bread as popular always. Also, we have an ad break coming in about 30 seconds, so let me finish loading up the store, and then we'll do our crossword, and then we'll come back to the game. Peanut butter. PB and J side by side. All natural and mighty, mighty tasty. All right, last one here. It costs $2.95. We'll sell it for $5.99. Man, nothing is cheap in New York City anymore. We're gonna do 3 minutes now. 3 minutes now for ad break. 3 minutes now for crossword, and then we'll get back to the game after that. Today we're still working on last Friday's puzzle. There is some weirdness in the Friday puzzle. We're figuring out together, which I mean I'm doing it alone. So there are S's happening here. It's X-Men S, Tet S. For annual Vietnamese celebration is just Tet. But there's something weird down here. And I don't know what's going on in these cases. Yeah, likewise here, mind is to care, Brit is Liverpudlian, so no idea what's going on there. This is Stax Records. So it could be tax as a special word, maybe. I'm not sure. We're doing a crosses right now. So situations devolved into total chaos. Something a rodeo. I'm not sure what, though. Gosh darn rodeo. Is sexes up right here? Escorts to a penthouse. No, it's C's up with an X in the middle. C's up. I don't know. Financial crime committed by several down answers. Carrot? Britta? I don't know who these people are. I'm not getting something in this one. A piece in Tupperware drawer. I said it was gonna be lid, but I put lid in. Maybe Ingrid's character is Dora, not Nora. Pint pour is probably ale. Former name for pratetai, no idea. Like some restaurant orders to go. Vending machine bills often are ones. Key that can get you out of a window but not out of a door. That's the escape key, of course. Bony protrusion, I still do not know what you want from me. Antler, maybe? Antler? But the stat given by a flight attendant. I mean, ETA is right for anti-strands. It's taxi stands definitely. So the tax part I had down here previously goes here now. So the Vietnamese celebration is text. It's tet. Something is weird. I don't like it. Used to make bad calls. I mean, a bugle can be played poorly. What's the toe here, or these? A state recipient. An heir. So there's a T on top of that. That's false, is... I have no idea. I have no idea. Blank the roof is raise the roof. Comparable is comparable. Not sure. Worshiper of Yah is a Rasta. So small spots are pits. Comparable. Lipichair sat is correct. Formed is made. So religious figures are not people, but instead totems. Good. So what's so not so instead of sought so. Not so. or false? Synthem error? No. Something is weird here, though. Let's keep it in mind, whatever it is. Comparable, not sure. Language heard in Koshais? Not sure. It's probably Slavic. Feline grooming business is a cat spa. Chemical and plastics are as BPA. Peace and Tupperware drawers lid, like I said. Ale is right. The name for the Prathatai I do not know. Decides in favor of his opts to, not apt to. Wait, opts for. Financial crime could be by several down answers in the puzzle. Tax evasion. Okay, so is the word tax replied by S-I-L? ETAs. I. Or do I put tax here and still in the other ones, possibly? Or I put tax in all of them. Stacks record. Maybe we just skip over the word tax or place to sun with 2 C's. A deck. Is Desi correct here? Ingrid's Casablanca character is not Desi. I have no idea. There's something very strange happening here I'm not able to discover exactly. Trick puzzles and I do not get along terribly well. What I do get along with well, though, is my supermarket simulator. Again, I alt-tabbed out, so now the game is hanging weirdly. All right, there we go. We have 166 left. Today we'd like to buy a fridge or a shelf. Those are, I think 150, 120, something like that. Fridge A is 125. I'd love to buy it today to store the eggs correctly. The clues are breaking your brain. Yeah, anytime where there's like a substitution puzzle, Noms finds them very frustrating because there's often nonsense in the puzzle then. It's not just like straight through in the way you wish it would be. Oh, someone's loading up all the candy. First time ever having candy. You, my friend, are the initial candy buyer. 50, 62. I got $9 already. Nice. Nice, nice, nice. If only I get a bank loan. May I use the bank loan to get my initial rent here. Hello, friends. Welcome, welcome. You want that candy? Oh, you want that peanut butter? And that candy? Oh, this guy is a big buyer. Money. Exact change, thank you. Can you shortchange them? I believe you can. But I think there's a penalty for doing so. So I try very hard to not be a bad guy in this game. Unlike the rest of life, where I'm the worst person in the world. 10 a.m. Alright, the lights are off, correct? Yes. 10 a.m. We've already made 45 bucks today. That's not true. We started with over 100. We've not made anything yet. Hope we're going in the direction of making something soon. 42, 33 back. Wow. 33? Yeah. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Good job. Next, just bread, sir. That's fine. Make it the exact change. 199. A lot of counting out, isn't it? 54 bucks. 54 bucks. Hello, Tex. Glad to have you here. I wish there was slightly more character diversity. This is very common in any of these games. We get the same kind of people over and over again. But I'd love to make up stories about them that explain why they're buying so many of the same things over and over again. 20, I could have done 25 there instead. But 5, 2, whoops. How do I cancel this? Remove. Remove. Remove 5 cents. Every penny matters. There we go. I don't want to shortchange anybody. I just want to be a good guy. On a reputation for being an honest broker, an important part of our community. You can come by and advertise your Little League here. You can, put up pictures for the local theater production. Definitely, if there's a renters union coming, I'll join that straight away because rent is too darn high at, $10 a day? It's absurd. The amount of overhead here, the margins, pretty darn bad. We're not out of anything yet on the day. So far people only complained when they can't find the thing that was... Sorry? 8 cents more. 1, 2, 3. When they can't find something they shared at the start of day. No one's come in and say, I want cooking oil on the day when they've never had it here. But I guess let's buy some more product. I have 86 right now. I hope people will buy more stuff. Get some cereal. Hello, one moment. After the person, I need to go outside and grab the cereal. $76 back. What's wrong with you? Then 95. Oh, overdid it. Overdid it, I apologize. Got clicking too excitedly. Bear it with you. Terribly sorry. Terribly. Please don't quit. Here's your cereal. We already have a price set for that. Excellent. Drop that there. And will people eventually storm out if you don't help them in time? I haven't seen that happen quite yet. 84 back. 84. What? Next. All right, after this person, I'll throw out my trash. Though I'm not sure if there's any reason to do so. Or if he just had become like king of trash mountain. Alright. That's what make it look attractive. Alright, hello sir. Thanks for buying the cereal. We just got that on special today. That's the wrong key, definitely. 1, 2, 3. 97, 50, 75, 85, 95. 1, 2. What lovely glasses, sir. I think in a different life I could have been you. Unfortunately, didn't go to business school. Instead went to the school of hard knocks. You know what I'm saying? That's right. You know what I'm laying down. We'll see you again tomorrow, sir. Hello there, fancy fans. Are you envisioning my future? Will I someday be the proprietor of hundreds of stores? You want to break 100, man? No hundreds allowed. Absolutely not. But you're a good customer, you're a good man, and I want you to shop again here tomorrow. He wants more eggs. What? What? That man just bought peanut butter. I like to imagine he eats it with a spoon. Next. We have enough money now to buy a fridge. It's 5 p.m. And so $98 and change. $98. I should probably save our money until tomorrow morning. Yeah. I think we should save it until tomorrow morning so we can get ourselves a fridge and pay the bills. And hope they'll stock the shelves again. But no eggs, no oil. Holy cow, how much cereal was that? Oh, it's only 3. A lot more off the shelf there. Did you put cereal in your pants? Is that what's going on here? Oh, another salary man. Keep flying through. Good evening, everyone. Welcome to the brightest place on Earth. I do wonder if we're at any risk of shutting down. Like, if it's possible to end up not paying the rent and have the landlord close on you, take all of my bread and cereal. Like I said previously, I'm not exactly sure how demand works in this game. If the more items you put on the shelf, the more that people will buy. Or if they come in with intentions or a certain amount of money in their pocket and make decisions based on that. We're definitely wealthy enough now. We've actually made a profit today, first thing to say. And we're definitely wealthy enough now to be able to buy that freezer or fridge, whatever it is. We'll wait for tomorrow morning. Is the Mafia after me this game? I mean, there's not been a production racket started yet, but I wonder if there will be eventually. you forget the corner from the bank. So far, there are no corners from the bank. Back when I worked in a bank years ago, I very much enjoyed putting together people's money for the day. It was a nice way to connect with the local community. Shop owners would come in and say, like, hey, I'd like to have a pack of hundreds, a pack of 50s, that's so on. It was good. We're about this game. This game's actually on Steam as a demo. You can go play a demo right now. You lose a store point when people come in and are unable to find anything they want. We're close to the day. We made almost 100 profit today. Market prices have changed. Flour and coffee more expensive. Bottled water is cheaper. So you have to change your prices day over day. Good to know. All right, first things first, pay those bills. Rent done. Bill done. Cat. Now, if I buy my fridge, I'm going to end up not be able to stock the store. That is fine. All right. Fridge B appears to hold twice as much as Fridge A. So it might be worth just saving up for Fridge B. That said, I want to be able to carry milk. Now I want some food. Price of coffee is high. Oh, you actually see here what's high and what's low. That's cool. Okay, I can't actually afford the coffee. So, what is cheaper than 58? Well, good old eggs as always. Everybody loves some bread. How about a nice collection of flour? Did I already put that in? The flour? No, I didn't. Don't think I did. The flour. Can't afford that, unfortunately. So pricey. So pricey. A little bit of pasta. We good? We good. I don't think we have anything new this day except for the brand new freezer, which will sit completely empty for a while. Let's put the freezer in the corner there. So rotate with the middle button. Yeah, corner freezer. Alright, then what do we buy this time? Next for us to purchase a new section to expand the store. No. First we're going to fill our freezer or fridge, wherever it is. Can we put the pasta in the fridge? Claim it's fresh pasta then? Here, the bread will stay harder longer. You must place this on a rack, so we're not allowed to put the bread in the freezer, even if it would help with our shelving troubles. Lastly, the eggs. Are the eggs allowed to go in the freezer or refrigerator? They are not. Must be in the rack also. Can you hire employees in this game? So not yet. Apparently, when the game goes to early access, they'd be allowed to. As a demo is just you running around. Alright. Well, that's what we got. Did prices change on anything? Market price is $2.38. Alright. A little bit more money coming in. We're here. Pasta is $4.17. We'll go up a penny. I wonder how people actually spend their day. Trying to squeeze one more penny out. Prices increase a little bit. Gotta pay those bills. Alright, we give you our shop for today. Not a good shop. Not a good shop, unfortunately. Is it set in New York City? We've heard nothing about where this place is set. I do wonder if we'll be able to interact with the other areas of the city eventually. Or if we can buy up all this eventually and become the world's largest super center. We'll see. Let's see. Hello, ma'am. Good morning to you. Our first customer of the day, you get a special discount. A discount is me counting out your money. This guy's gonna count. Okay. Thank you for the pasta. All right, how much money you got? Not the exact change. That's all right, though. I know you're trying your best. It's a hard world out there. Have a good day, man. So I guarantee if I were ever actually to be a cashier, I would not know how to talk to anybody. I would stand here quietly and say, that's your money. Have a good day. I did not like the fake banter at all when I was a cashier years ago. Because you had to, like, they're supposed to compliment their purchases. And I have no idea what marketing genius decided that complimenting people's purchases would make them more likely to purchase again in the future. It was very, very strange, though. Hello, two Eskimos. It's you again. Thank you for the Prime sub, Fred. I'm glad you're enjoying hanging out with us. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, maybe it makes people feel good, though, if you comp their purchases. For me, that kind of conversation just feels forced. Like, I think the only conversation that didn't feel forced was when I was talking to a person of roughly my age who was checking out at the store. And I asked, like, hey, what you got going for the weekend? That felt like an honest conversation. We weren't supposed to have those. And so far, no one's buying my bread. I gotta get that bread, but no one's buying it. I have $39. It's only noon. So, aspirationally, I'd like to buy some dark roast coffee. That's $58, though. For now, I can buy some candy, at least. I like to imagine how people actually run. Oh, there's shipping costs. Oh, no. So one should buy in larger bulk purchases. Otherwise, you get ripped off on shipping. Oh, Resorty, you're running this place into the ground. It's maybe our largest purchase ever. $13.66. That's a lot of stuff. For that price, really? Huh. Huh. Well, I feel like I'm not making much money. Let's see. Hey, K Chrisify! K, thank you for the raid. We're playing a little bit of Supermarket Simulator. It's good to see you all for sure. Hello, I'm Resorty. We usually play strategy games, but we're having a fun time on a little bit of a silly day. This man wants $4.94 back. We can do that. 75, 85, 95. That's 1 extra cent. No, no, no. No, no, no. We'll count that 4 instead. Alright. Sorry. This man's not going to yell about, don't they teach you kids math anymore? No, they do not. Hello, Luigi. Overclocked, how's it going? Kay, you saw the demo for this. How am I enjoying it? I'm playing the demo right now, and I am having a good time with it for sure. We're very early days. We're just figuring this one out. Kay, we're playing just chatting. Yeah, no surprise there. What was the topic of the day? What did you all chat about more than anything else? It's good to have you all here, you fine raiders. Kay does pause menu raids because a large portion of Kay's stream is being on the pause menu having excellent conversations. A person I've enjoyed watching many a day throughout the many, many years I've been streaming. 61-2. Bang. Good day, ma'am. I want to know, does the shipping price change based on how many items you have in the bucket? So 1 has $3 shipping. 2 has $3 shipping. So it is the same shipping price, possibly no matter how many items you put in the shipping box. That's not true. Sorry. The price is $3. No, it's the same price regardless. I apologize. So no matter how many you put in there, it's probably the same regardless. So I want to buy more things at once if possible. Alright. It is 3 p.m. Is it time for some milk? Is it milk o'clock? That's not milk. No, no, no. Oh, we're buying that because it's more expensive than previously. Got things put on the shelf also. We played some Stardew Valley. Hey, very cool. Hello, very, very cool. That's a game I do enjoy quite a bit. I can never make Linus love me enough, but it's very enjoyable. Hey, how's it going, Patrick Bateman? Or Patrick Pateman, you tricked me. You enjoyed David Hume's philosophy back in intro. Yeah, I think Hume's philosophy appeals to lots of folks. Because it's commonsensical Scottish thought. It's deflationary of most interesting truth claims beyond what you can actually see. Some of Hume's work is so insistent about anything that you cannot see, anything that's metaphysical or religious, burn it. Which is, you know, a claim. Right with you, sir. Gotta set the price on this. We'll throw you on the ground. And market price right now is $11. Wow, $10.99. Lots of coffee for the day. We got more outside in a moment. For now, we grab all of you. Thank you for the money. 9 cents back. 5 and 4. Next up. They want the coffee now. Alright. First ever coffee sale, despite the fact that it is just over, or just under market price. All right. Delivery of bread at the very end. We have no peanut butter, but hopefully tomorrow we'll be able to buy some more. And again, I'm really hoping the food stays good overnight. I've yet to have any food left at the end of the night. All right, eggs and coffee for breakfast tomorrow, sir. Lovely red tie. Shows you're a man of power and wisdom. The kind of guy I want to learn from. And you got any hot stock tips, man? Kind of stares sadly. You want some milk? Yeah, we don't yet know yet if the food goes bad overnight. We're going to discover very, very soon. Also, I got to turn the lights on again. 1, 2, 3, 4. One of you. Done. Welcome to the world of light. Let me throw this out. And then we're right back to you again. Oh, let me inside, please. Tried to climb in through the window. I do rent this place. I'm going to have to ask the landlord to install a window door hybrid. Just not sure. We got another hour or so. All we have left is bread. They bought so much coffee. I think people are excited to finally have that on offer here. 7. How's the Super Bowl going? I know anyone who's here right now is not a big-time Super Bowl watcher, but is your team winning? Is Taylor Swift smiling this day, or is Mr. Kelsey, I think, going to be dismayed with the loss? Is it a good game? Are you happy to watch it? Or is it one that's not worth the time of day? 50, 60, 70? Cool. Kansas up by 3. Taylor is currently smiling. Got it. Cool. Have any of you seen the best and most important ad yet? The best and most important ad. You'll know it when you see it. It involves an important Welsh actor who's playing his most important role yet. The Michael Cera one? I don't know what the Michael Cera one is, so that must not be what I'm talking about. Alright. They're still here. So though it's 9 p.m., people continue to come in. 75. Why did I do that? 85 cents. Good. I like that it turns green when you give them the correct amount of money, or more than the same. Alright. Alright. Day is done. Enter. No, the important ad is the Anthony Hopkins ad. It's Anthony Hopkins for a coffee company. That's the one I'm looking for. No profit today, but we did buy a lovely new freezer we'll maybe use today. Flour and milk and something else are a little bit cheaper now. I believe our bread stayed good overnight, and market price did not change for that. So today I wish to purchase something for the freezer, the price which has not gone down, because milk's unit price has gone down. Wait, unit price, not market price. Unit price means it's cheaper to buy that. So yes, give me 2 milks, please, and 2 flours. And what do people love? People love that coffee. And that's all I can afford for right now. Got it. All right, finally. Oh, they don't stack terribly well here. It's kind of just thrown together. Oh, this is peanut butter, not coffee. Well, enjoy your peanut butter, not coffee. All right, and that price is, oh, it can go up even more. So $6.27. Oh, lovely numbers. I've heard that when you ask an average person, at least an average American, for a random number, they will often choose a number that ends in 7. 7s feel random to folks like us. Humans are very bad at randomness, of course. I think 7s and 3s maybe are the 2 that we find feels random-y. Odds are definitely preferable to evens, though. I'm sure someone's done something on the psychology of randomness. I just find it interesting, a bit of human psychology. Again, I wonder if it's just Westerners, though. I do wonder if people from other cultures have different sense of randomness, or if numbers feel equally random as odds and evens. Now, may I put the milk? You cannot put the milk on the rack. You have to put it in the correct place. Fine. All right, go and yeet you across the room. Good. So milk right now is selling for $2.83, so not nearly as much of a profit I thought we'd get. looks like the coffee is the big profit maker so far. Though with milk being inexpensive, maybe we can go through quite a bit of it one day. And I do wonder, as we build up our home here more and more, will we eventually have all of our shelves full? The world is open. Today is the day I'm believing we're going to get profit. I didn't pay my bills, did I? I was so excited to buy other things. All right, so we need to have 1835 to pay our bills. Local man number 1 is here. There are a lot of anti-Tesla ads on the Super Bowl. Wait, Cyberhole, when you say anti-Tesla, what were they exactly? Like, was it very much a Tesla's terrible, don't give your money to Elon Musk? Or were they implicitly like, don't you want the old-fashioned American cars? Don't you want to be a man with your Chevy? Can't buy sliced bread. You just bought one, man. You generally just bought a sliced bread. What are you talking about? Each day we can save the bills for later if we want to, but I do enjoy checking them out right away. Also forget. I do the same thing in real life as well. When bills come to my house, I immediately take them down to the store. So far there's been 2 ads about lack of safety in Tesla's recognition of things like school bus stop signs. Someone has spent a tremendous amount of money, like a huge amount of money then, to have an anti-Tesla ad. I know you can have ads for basically anything if you've got the cash, but I don't know if it's a rival car company trying to get more market share or what exactly. 25, 35, 40, 1, 2, 3. Good. Calling for a boycott, man. I wonder if it'll be successful. I really don't know anything about political action ads and the Super Bowl. I can imagine people grumbling and saying, I watch this show for the football, not for the politics. I know my Americans well. After this purchase, we can buy some more things ourselves. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 78 bucks. Again, I want to continue buying more and more things to not get shipping spread out too much. We can buy that now. It's only noon, so we'll have time to sell basically anything that comes in. 65, 1, 2, 3. Want some pasta? I swear I'm working on it, sir. Very, very soon. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if initially the game was set up so you had to do the math yourself. Or if it's... I'm guessing if you had to do the math yourself, then a lot of players would get frustrated and confused maybe, instead of enjoying the game. You have to go kind of quickly with everything else to handle. I don't know. Just some flour. We're currently saving for 135. When my wife came by earlier, she said she gets seasick or motion sick watching this game. Do you all have the same experience? I know that you don't know which way I'm going to move, and so that can be very disorienting. I know a lot of you do not actively watch the screen. You instead will like have me in your peripheral vision or just listen to me yammering on. But I guess if you watch full on, it can be quite disorienting. I swing the camera around wildly a lot. I will try for the next few minutes to make only very intentional movements. Thank you, ma'am. Have a good day. But to listen only. So, Freak, you're someone who will listen only when it's not a logistics game, right? This is logistics. This is clearly a logistics game. All right, bring me stuff. So making that purchase got more store points. You get 50 cents back. Thank you. And I will go restock our coffee. Big seller. Alright. Because I'm walking back and forth, I'll put them away right away. Eggs again. I'm guessing it's a European developer if eggs go on the shelf as opposed to in a forest. Sorry, a freezer. The reason I said forest there was that woman walked directly through us. And so I considered saying, that woman was a ghost. And so freezer plus ghost became forest. This gave me simulation sickness? Yeah. I'm very lucky I'm someone who does not get simulation sickness, but I know a lot of streamers do. And so they very much appreciate game modes that help to limit that by having, I think, reticles in particular help. This one has just the dot, which for me is more than enough, but I don't know if it's genetic or what that causes people to have troubles watching or playing games that have this perspective. Drop you. Get you. Don't swing around wildly. Focus, focus. 1, 2, 3, 4. I wonder if lots of people, when they're counting out money, say in their head how much it is. Because I remember when I was a cashier back in the day, I would definitely do that. I would definitely say, okay, 50, 70, 90, 50, 75, 85, 90, 8. Now, for the next time we have a relatively small purchase, I think I'm going to give all the change back in coins. 28.68. Can I do this really? Is this actually a possibility? It just keeps piling. How high will it go? Is it actually climbing higher? It is still climbing higher and higher. This really is happening. After dollars go to the second pile. Nope, it just keeps climbing up. People are waiting in line. Let me go ahead and finish this. So 28, 25. Take back the 5. Oh gosh, problem made. Take the 5, please. I didn't go 10, unfortunately, that's the problem. 1, 2. I've wasted so much time. 30, 40, 50, 60, 5, 6. There you go, man. Have a good day. I need to go turn the lights on, obviously. 1, 2. I guess I give him an extra penny here to speed up. Like, give him 75. But no, no, no. We're at an exact place. We believe in justice. So far, I do not know if people care about the lights at all. But we'll see. Alright, 45 back. Perfect. I'm considering just making people stand in line for a while and see what happens. 2, 50, 60, 70, 1, 2, 3, 4. Wanted bottled water. The bottled water is sitting right here. I just didn't have a chance to get on the shelf yet. Well, tomorrow, they'll enjoy the bottled water. We have to give it a price still. I'm a-coming, ma'am. I apologize for keeping you waiting. Hello, Noms. I've been told this game is making some people feel kind of motion sick. So if you're susceptible to that, just watch out. One last guy coming in. We got some bread also. Put it on the shelf next to the eggs. Hello, Noms. What do you think is funny?
Your supermarket kind of sucks.
What?
What, you have like 5 items in your super... It's not a supermarket at all.
It's a local bodega right now.
It's not even a bodega. How did you afford renting out a place with like 3 products?
Hello,
What is that,
Bill.
Nutella?
It's peanut butter, allegedly.
I like how you have like Nutella and bread and eggs. It just seems like a rather...
We just got started. We still...
What's that thing on the bottom shelf?
That's flour.
Oh.
We have flour, we have coffee, we have milk and bottled water.
Did you get to choose what you...
Yeah. I'll show you in a second what the store looks like. The store for people like us, the supplier, I suppose. And yeah, we'll see. I'm going to pass the day. The morning will come. Today we made $66.
Hey, good job.
Our rent is only $10 a day, so we can afford that.
Super demo.
Yeah, it's the demo mode of the game.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing you can change the game.
I thought that's what you the name you chose. I'm like, that's an interesting name.
No. All right, so we have $193.
You have an empty box on the floor. Do you have a cat to go in it?
We have no cat yet. The box I threw to the side because I had people to handle, people to help, rather. All right, first things first.
Just like in real life.
We pay our bills. Wow, our bills have gone up. I don't know why it's more expensive. All right, so $20 today goes that. We still have $40 profit. We throw this away, and then Noms, you're going to decide what we add to our shelves today. 'Cause we have about $200. So I'd like to restock the flour. I'd like to move the peanut butter over.
Why do you have peanut?
Oh gosh, you're allowed to pick up the whole shelf. I was hoping
you have it on two different things.
because when I put it out, it's very hard to throw it in the right spot.
Oh, okay.
We have 3 shelves here.
I can't believe you're charging $6.27 for peanut butter.
Apparently, the market price in New York City is $6.49. So this is a deal, absolute deal. Knobs. So we'll go to the market page now. So eggs, cereal, bread, flour, oil, pasta.
Didn't you say you wanted to restock your flour?
I do want to restock the flour,
Okay,
yes.
do that.
That's its unit price has gone up, so it's more expensive to me, but it's okay. It's okay. I actually bought 2 of them. You'd only buy 1. So oil, pasta, milk, bow water, peanut butter, cake, candy, and dark roast coffee. Now we can also unlock more things to sell, but I'm trying to go a little slowly on that right now. So what would you like of those things mentioned?
Scroll down.
Scroll down. I'm gonna buy the cake. I've never had cake before.
I was thinking about candy, but okay. Cake is
Candy
fine.
also. We're only up to $97. We have $173 in our pocket. So we can get.
That's okay.
You want to save our money?
I don't know. I play very conservatively.
Yeah. What we're supposed to do next is
And
to.
cereal is nice.
Oh, we'll get some cereal too.
We have milk, so cereal
We have milk,
goes
cereal.
nicely with that. Yeah.
That bonus for stacking. All right. Got things coming our way. We have $22 left at the beginning of the day today. And then in management, we can see what our growth is. So for $150, we can expand the supermarket 4x4 more.
I
Wow.
don't think that's.
You don't think we need more space. We can also, for $200, unlock chips and tuna and hand soap and cleaner and shampoo and toilet paper.
Yeah, these are not problems you have, right?
What do you mean I don't have these problems? Are you going to speak ill of my beloved
No, I just
store?
mean to say you don't have a lack of space or of things that.
That's very kind of you. Very kind of you to say that my supermarket has a lot of growth potential.
Yeah.
I put the candy right here so children will see on the way in.
That's right.
There are no children in the game, of course, but at the same time.
Yeah, it's also easier for people to shoplift.
So we
next to the door.
we haven't seen any shoplifters yet. I'm not sure if we will eventually, if that'll be in the full release of the game maybe, or if.
Cakes go on the bottom.
Yeah, I want to put on this shelf, but I don't know if I can move.
Aha!
Oh, you can put things in your
There you
boxes.
go.
I'm gonna leave them down there. Too much work to pick them up. You can see what kind of care we take in this bodega. We restock the flour. And I believe the unit price of flour went up. So we're going to check that out. We have to set a price for our cake for the first time ever. Yes, market price is now $9.20. What do you want to raise the price to?
9.
$9. You're not going to do the standard $8.99 thing? All right.
I don't know how the psychology of these people here.
It's all very confusing. And then the cake's here.
Ooh, 0.
It's currently at 0. It's $3.28 selling right now.
3.
$3. All right. There you go. Should we open our store now?
Oh, it's not open?
Currently closed. Time is stuck at 8 a.m. until you open it. All right, it's open. Come on in, folks. What's our special deal today, Noms?
What's going on with the sidewalk there? Maybe you should fix the sidewalk.
Wait.
Go to the right.
Right.
Yeah, see what's that?
Oh, yeah? Yeah, it's a real tripping hazard. Oh, gosh.
Oh, hey. Oh, he's wearing a business suit.
Yeah, he's getting ready for his day.
He needs cakes and candies.
He's going to get himself some cake.
Yes!
Oh, 2 cakes, 3 cakes, 4 cakes. This man wants the cake. Oh, it's a peanut butter. He's going to slather that peanut butter all over the cakes. This guy has an exciting life ahead today. All right, so we pile up the items. Sir, that's going to be $30.81. He has the exact change. He can't find his pasta. He wants his gosh darn pasta. With 52 money, I bet I can afford 1 pasta. There it is. Cool. We push our way past people, of course. And it's almost out of peanut butter.
Oh, God.
Almost out of coffee. It just keeps coming.
Oh, boy.
All right, so throws away.
Oh, boy.
And
Oh, man.
mark price is at $4.17. We're okay. So I've been told I occasionally flail the mouse around randomly. I'm trying very hard to be a little bit more intentional on my mouse movement than previously.
prices. Look at all these people buying all junk.
Yeah, I don't know if they'll come and buy the junk if the prices are more expensive. I was told earlier that people will complain if the price is too high, but I've never actually seen that because I'm a bit of a rube. Get ripped off constantly. Okay, so we are...
Can you buy one of those machines that auto dispense change?
I've not seen an auto change dispenser. I've not seen a lot of things
Maybe
yet.
it's in one of the expansions.
Yeah, here there's a credit card machine, it looks like. You can install one, but I haven't seen that quite yet.
Well, at least you don't have to bag their groceries.
How is this person carrying all these items? She's got some real swole body parts. It's crazy. And the full release, apparently you can hire people to help you out.
That's what I was thinking. Like, one day you'll be able to exploit teenagers.
Absolutely. And so stand over here and go, hey, buy my stuff. And then go,
You're almost
ah,
out of peanut
peanut butter almost out. Last one's gone.
milk.
Should we buy some more of these things?
Yeah.
We're never going to expand if we're just buying, buying, buying. So peanut butter and milk, you said. Anything else we need? All right, we'll buy those things then. We already have items out there. Nope, they come instantaneously. The last peanut butter. Thank you, sir.
I think that's how I'm going to take out my money.
You just hold out a giant stack of cash. Allegedly, it has some coins in it. You know, who knows? 50, 60, 70? One? She wants peanut butter.
Yeah.
Cranky. Here's your peanut butter. I'll put it right next to the bread. Gotta reach up there a little bit to get it, but it's okay.
Change the price on it.
Change the price on it. How high do you think it
These
should
people
go?
want it. What's the...
So 649 versus 627. Should we put it over market price?
Just put it... Oh, no, I don't know. I'm so confused.
651 going over market price. We'll see what happens. The convenience of buying it right here at your front door instead of having to go across town, spend that gas money. We bring you the latest and greatest in.
Oh, that man has a twin in there.
They do have twins occasionally.
Oh
This
my gosh,
twin
that man
wants a
has
lot of stuff. Yeah, I wonder if eventually we'll get ourselves some carts. 4 cents. Well, again, just some candy. I'm glad you're stopping in, having a good day. So 31 cents back, 25.31.
This is good for children to learn how to make... Oh, man, more people coming.
Yeah. They just can't stop, won't stop. Never gonna stop.
Talking through his head.
Yep, it doesn't really exist. These people are merely machines to give me more and more money. I bought too much milk, actually. We have this shelf, though. We'll have one extra milk, I believe.
Oh, you got like a extra...
There we go. Yeah, I think I clicked
Displays.
twice. Hello, sir. Water and coffee. Water's cold. I don't know what you're doing yourself. Maybe you got a little place to heat it up. Put it on his car's radiator, perhaps.
Yeah, I'm done now.
Goodbye, Noms. Are you getting a little seasick?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Apparently the phrase used now is simulation sickness. I feel like today we really turned the corner. Today is the day we have more than enough money coming in to really stock the place, and because of that, people are buying up quite a bit of stuff, where past few days we've barely been hanging on. So we'll probably be able to expand going into tomorrow. Yeah, I think usually we ran out of items at about noon, where today we're in much better shape. Also, that one man asked for pasta earlier, and no one has bought any pasta since then, so I don't know. Any shoplifters yet? Not yet. No shoplifters. Yeah, the price is below market average. Again, glad it doesn't go bad overnight, so it can just stay there until somebody wants it eventually. I'm glad we restocked the flour. It's almost out now. Oh, people are coming in genuinely touching each other. Is there going to be a run on the bottled water? No. Just wants bread. 70 cents back. 50, 60, 70. So these cakes are snack cakes, like a Little Debbie or Hostess or something. Man, thinking of Hostess, I definitely miss those Little Debbie and Hostess brand donuts. The powdered ones, little chocolate ones. They're not good for me in any sense, but they are mighty, mighty tasty, especially on a road trip. Totally love that. If we get one more customer today, we'll have enough money to buy the expansion tomorrow. But I think it needs to be another day of just stocking up on goods to get to run through the day, including things we may never have previously. You like when your mom put Twinkies in your lunch? I've never been a fan of Twinkies. I don't know why not exactly, but I don't like cream-filled things very much. Even today, when we go to patisseries here in Tokyo, and they're like very, very fine, kind of expensive desserts, just not into anything cream-filled. 4, 5, 6, 7. Whoops. Almost shortchanged there. She wants flour. Bring us flour. I remember hearing when I was a kid, I don't know if it's actually true, I remember hearing, though, that Twinkies are the food that would outlast the apocalypse. Humans will all be gone, but the Twinkies will persist nonetheless. Anyone know if there's any truth to this? Like, all the preservatives keep it around in good shape. 5 and 3. 1 more hour left. No time to stand here and read a magazine. No time to work on throwing a ball against the wall over and over again. Instead, the customers just keep coming. Now, you mentioned frozen Twinkies. Here in Japan, they have a very common dessert of frozen purple grapes. Now, they're not frozen all the way through. Like, they're not solid or break your teeth, but they're very cold, and the outer edge is kind of crispy with water. I like that a lot. Very, very good. 5, 6, 7, and a quarter. Someone's been holding on to Twinkie for decades. Doesn't look very good. Okay, so there are people out there doing experiments on long-lasting Twinkies. Fine. Gotta say, I find giving change the most annoying part of my life right now. I prefer the stalking, the sort of like mindful, attentive engagement with the world. I definitely prefer to speaking to people, give them the things they want. All right, the day is over. Everyone's just leaving. God. I wish I could open and close my door also. Imagine the winter's gonna be terrible. Alright, a good day. Made 169 profit. Didn't buy anything major. Now the prices have changed. Bottled water is more expensive. Those are market price changes, not unit price changes. So it's possible. Yeah, the market price on bread has gone down a fair bit. And on candy also. This feels like exceptionally too expensive, but the bread seemed somewhat reasonable still. Pasta, fine. I believe bottled water went more expensive, so we'll buy some bottled water. First, though, the bills. Yeah, so this is the freezer working, the 960 there. I should have raised the market price. Yeah, I gotta find a way to avoid race to the bottom, race to the top instead. I'm gonna go ahead and expand our supermarket. We got 4x4 additional growth. Oh, look at this. So that's actually a lot more space. It's kind of embarrassing now how few shelves we have given all that. Oh, goodness. I want to put this on the wall there. So we just, like, enjoy how sad this place is. On the weekends, when place is slow, we're going to have a yoga team, a yoga club come in and use the space for their practice. I look forward to having additional storage. For now, though, people want the water. I think we're out of cereal and eggs. We're not eggs, nor cereal, actually. I know we're actually out of oil. Been out of oil for a very, very long time. So add oil again. I think we're close out of candy, rather. Oh, there's different box sizes for these. So if you want to do the math yourself, you only get 8 in the coffee box. Alright, there's our purchase for the day. Might do more later, we'll see. It's a box of coffee. Goes on the shelf. I think what I'd like for tomorrow, and my goal for tomorrow in game is to have every shelf full of something, or at least have some availability of every single thing that's possible to sell at this point. Maybe. Now, when we restock the water, we need to check and see what its price is. I think I need to increase its price. I'll check the milk here while I'm here also. So a full box of milk or water takes up 2 layers inside the fridge. I wonder if the tier 2 fridge would have been able to hold even more on a single row. I think we're going to have to save our water and then refill it a little later in the day. Yep, totally full. So we'll set you right here. And that's the day. Oh, this looks nice. This is looking nice. Another shelf there. Whole wall of fridges. What's the other technology I wanted to buy, if anything? So of the furniture, a spotlight. Blue light special. Of the management page, storage is available soon. So I think you may get no other electronics other than just the fridges for right now. Yeah, I think we're kind of getting towards the end of the demo, which I've enjoyed quite a bit, honestly. Also, it's noon now. I meant to end stream at noon. Pardon for just 1 second. I'm going to go bother Noms, and then I'll be right back. Just 30 seconds or so. Alright, Noms is engaged in her daily ablutions. We can play until she's done with that. So we're going to meet some friends for lunch today. Friends and colleagues. A person I'm mentoring this year will also become a friend. That's really quite nice. So this is probably the last day in game. As I mentioned earlier, it's a national holiday here, which is why Noms is home from work and why I'm ending a little earlier than usual. And today is probably the last day of our Steam Nextfest demos. Those of you who played demos throughout this Nextfest, is there one that you enjoyed most of all? Any game that really stood out for you as being super enjoyable? For me, surprisingly, the game I think I enjoyed the very most was News Tower. This is because News Tower, I think, is basically in final version. They're going to be releasing it in just a few days here, maybe even tomorrow. So I think we may do a full playthrough of News Tower, because I really, really enjoyed it. You played Star Trucker, or Space Trucker, and enjoyed that. I did not play this game at all. What are they like, the Space Trucker games? Is it a simulator game where you haul things through space? Millennia, of course, is a game that stands out for me as being worth playing. When it comes out, I definitely will. Though I feel like I might be playing it out of obligation to Paradox, as opposed to being super excited about it. It is early days, but as I say to so many devs these days, I just really want them to distinguish their games from other games in ways other than just having different graphics. You recommend Pacific Drive? Yeah, I've heard very good things about Pacific Drive. Some parts that look very compelling to me. That said, it's a horror game, and so I just don't play it. Yeah, once upon a time I'd play horror games to amuse and delight chat and to feel like scared on stream, but I'm good now. I'm good now, thank you. I guess there are more games coming out now than ever before, with early access and various support for indie developers on Steam. I love that. But it also makes it so there are so many games that are really, really similar. And I don't want to say just the first person who gets to a game type feel to be the only one to make it over and over again, but it's hard for me as a streamer to choose what kind of game to play already, and it's even harder when I need to pick a game of a certain type. So if I play Millennia, why not just play Civ? Oh, bread is too expensive. The man in the suit will not pay an extra quarter for bread. I'm sorry, sir. How about $2 flat? Only a little market price. That is the first person I've ever seen say that. It's 10 cents off. You're getting more than 10 pennies. I like clicking. You struggle to enjoy Millennia in its current state. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know how to distinguish it from Civ, and I have not played enough of Civ to really have a strong sense of what makes Civ great. other than, hey, it's Civ. So I do wonder, I guess one problem with Millennia is it's so diverse in what you could do. I've been told that Millennia is much more of a board game than a video game. And this is an increasingly common critique or complaint, maybe, that I see a lot now. But I don't exactly understand what it means, other than slower pace and requires more thinking, possibly. I see we're out of cereal. Throw in one of those. And what else are we out of right now? Friends and ad breaks coming. Because I'm at the end of the stream, I'm just going to let it run. There'll be 3 minutes of ads, then we'll be going away soon after that. Eggs. But this is a game that if I'm not careful, I could easily play for way too many hours. It's a game that totally catches the imagination and... Oh, wrong direction, sorry. Supposed to get 93 back. Instead, I went the other direction. Hope you don't mind some weird change here. Hold back $1, give a 50-cent piece. There we go. Like I said, I'll be playing Millennia out of the loyalty to Paradox for sure, but no guarantees of how long we're going to play it. I just want to find a game that I can play for weeks on end and feel good about playing it and feel like y'all are engaged also. There's so few games I really get caught on these days where I say, this is a game for a lifetime. Which I think is good. If there are too many games like that, I'd feel overwhelmed maybe. Also, I think I put things in the box but did not order them. There we go. So, who wants eggs? I wonder if eventually, for economies of scale and such, if a player will end up ordering more things than you're able to put out instead of like a large storeroom area. $1. Hello? I want orange juice. It feels very strange to have cooking oil but not orange juice. 40 cents. 25, 35, 41, 2. Couldn't find flour. It's 5 p.m. We got 4 hours left. We're doing work ahead of tomorrow. Got our little cakes going next to the candy also. This is the family pack. I'm going to come in and buy absolutely all of it and insist I'm a family to myself. Right you are. No surprise, but the larger the market you have, the more demanding the game becomes. So what are we sold out of? Yeah, definitely the flour. And someone came in wanting it. So I'll buy it while I'm thinking about it. And then we have oil. We have almost no pasta. Peanut butter? Out of peanut butter. Out of bread. All these things I want to buy. Can't afford any of them, I'm sure. Hello. Oh boy, this is the biggest purchase ever. It's 9 items on one person. Wow, an exact change too. Thank you. More than enough then to afford that. We have 2 hours remaining. We could just wait until the morning to order more. Hello, sir. I like the idea of them being a masseur, wanting so much oil. 3.75, 85.95, 5 and 6. Oops. $2 short, and 3 cents. 4 cents. No. Huh. Wonder what happened there that I ended up with the wrong amount. Apologies. 15. 1, 2, 3. Thank you. While I have an hour and no one's around, I have another $100 I could buy stuff with. We're almost out of oil, almost out of pasta. So I had 1 of you, and 1 oil also. Last customer of the day here. $7.03. Spacebar to give it back. We take credit cards in the future. Maybe in the final release. I've not seen credit card item be purchased yet. No scanner allowed. 2 last minute purchasers. 2 last ones. It'll be another profitable day. I wonder if after a certain point it becomes very hard to not be profitable at this point in the demo. This is also a good demo. We talked the other day about how developed should a game be to feel like a good demo versus one that's perhaps released a little bit early. This one, though, feels exactly right. I shortchanged one person. For the first time ever, I shortchanged somebody. My going fast like Sonic, no good. Also, we have no profits today because I upgraded the little building here. Makes sense. Bottled water and flour and candy more expensive. So 306. I ripped somebody off. What were the items that were flour, water, and something? Well, whichever way. All right, give me those bills. 1044. 15. They raised my rent by $5 a day? Who are these vultures? What do they think they're doing? I see no cereal here. How are we on milk currently? I have 3 jugs remaining. People are taking the milk out of the back. Understand. They don't want the one that lost people to have their grubby hands all over. And I'll throw this out. We don't have to start the day yet if we don't want to. Yeah. Oh no! They just keep stacking higher and higher. We gotta send a complaint about that one. I'm sure the bread bounced. I don't mind that at all. Good old bouncing bread. But let's check the price of brot. And then we have a little box here of milk. Oh, I'm sure the milk exploded everywhere. Ridiculous. I believe the price of milk changed. It did. We're still close, though. Price of water, same also. Okay. Go. I want to hire a stalker at some point to take care of this for me. I have 1 extra, so they must be the same type, the game says. You're not allowed to have items jammed right next to their own shelves, which means they've never been to a good Mexican grocery store. The Mexican grocery in my most recent city before this one was an absolute mess. Just, you can get anything you want to get, but it was all jammed together so close by. And it was hard to find anything, but it was all in there absolutely. Oh, good call. The price of rent probably did go up because of the expansion to the building. And with more space than ever before. Yeah, the local Mexican grocery, though, was not only Mexican food. It was also, I think, like kind of the international food store in general for this very small town. The town had under 10,000 people, and a lot of them shopped at this little grocery store that I miss. Like I still remember we went there pretty often because they also sold tacos on top of the groceries. And one day we went in and said, we're leaving town. And the owner, who's a very sweet Argentinian man who had immigrated in the past 10 years to the U.S., very sweet man, said, no, we're not leaving. And we said, oh, we're leaving. And we convinced him we're leaving. He asked, where are you going? Chicago? Kansas City? Which are people apparently move. And we said, oh, we're going to Tokyo. He said, Tokyo? Where's Tokyo? Is Tokyo in Iowa? And we said, Japan. He said, Japan. And we said, Hapon. And he went, Hapon? He was absolutely amazed, which is something that was very common there. Apparently from our small town we were living in, one family had moved to France approximately 15 years ago, and no one else had ever left town outside the country. And so people were so amazed that it could be done. This is like definitely small, Midwestern towns are this way often. He sent him an adorable Japanese New Year's card. I probably should have. We do have a T-shirt from his store, and I've considered taking pictures of his T-shirt at lots of different landmarks around Japan, but at the same time, we don't want to make it weird. But he's a very sweet guy, and we missed a lot of people from that town because it was a very small town, and so a lot of people knew each other fairly intimately, and when you go volunteering, it would be the same 12 people volunteering at every volunteering opportunity. But we do miss these folks. And so recently the university there has its provost position open. She's currently a provost here. She's a dean at that school, and so people have been suggesting, you should come back. You should come back and be the provost here. And she absolutely does not want to do so. Sliced bread too expensive. It's not that expensive. It's 10 cents over market price. I'll do a cent under instead. Better to have the sale with little profit than to get no profit at all. These poor working mothers. Sorry, ma'am. Yeah, it's nice to know that the places where Noms has worked previously, they'd like her to come back, but I think we've made a rule of we're not going to be going to small Midwestern towns again anytime soon. That said, last week or week before, she had an email from one of the big executive consultancy firms in higher ed, people who are meant to hire or help hire folks for presidents and provosts, and it said, do you want to come to this small town in Arkansas? We'll give you a lot of money. So we looked up online. We know very little about Arkansas except for Bill Clinton's from there, but she decided that we're trying to avoid the small town thing. The absolute whiplash of going from Tokyo to a town of under 10,000 folks again would be quite challenging. We're holding out right now in hopes of Chicago being our next posting, though that might possibly happen after retirement. We don't like small Midwestern towns. We like them just fine. We spent a tremendous amount of time in small Midwestern towns. I think we've just very much enjoyed not driving, especially. We've also enjoyed not having to haul snow. At some point, I might get back to it, but we really are a little spoiled by not driving at all, which you can only get in larger cities. All right, what a good day. What a good day we're having here. Oh, Arkansas is home of Walmart. You're absolutely right. Absolutely right. Yeah, also, you're absolutely right. Like, things we also don't miss are, like, political vitriol. We recall folks in the U.S. getting really angry about politics, and in a way that seemed unhealthy for community and unhealthy for the people also. And so, yeah, we're okay with missing out on that experience. We're still Americans. We still vote and so on, but the like face-to-face willingness to just be incredibly mean was, I think, very hard for me especially, because I read about politics a lot, but people want to talk about it in a way I didn't think super helpful. So I'm okay living here now. Midday purchase stuff. Oh my goodness. No rhyme or reason to the purchases. I wonder if as the game goes on, to incentivize the players to stock more and more things, if people will then buy more and more things. I also wonder if they'll ever try to purchase items that do not fit onto the rack. If you'll end up having a cart waiting beyond, or need to expand that thing there. Not sure. Alright, 6 cents back. Good. In the US, I'm missing out on national election year. Yeah, I know. I've seen the discourse online. The New York Times, I read most days, has had a bunch of articles recently about the age of executives and the mental fitness of executives and what's important to voters and so on. And while I find this all very interesting, I can enjoy it right now as an anthropological experience, like the ways in which people worry about things, the ways in which people talk about things. At a distance, though, is incredibly nice compared to face-to-face. Sorry, I'm moving wildly again. Let me try to focus down. Also, Noms is no longer showering, so I should probably say goodbye in just one moment. Can't stop, won't stop. Alright, that last person wanted some candy. I thought we had some on the shelf. Maybe she hadn't found it by the time she got into the checkout line. Not sure. You want to come work at Resorties? I don't know. Is there a big difference due to being a provost, or in being a provost at a state-run school versus a private one? More so being a president between the two. Presidents tend to be the ones who interact with the state government. The provost kind of just does whatever the president says, while trying to come up with interesting academic ideas at the same time and being responsive to the faculty. But sure, I think large state schools always require a certain kind of attention to concerns you don't find in the private so much. I think for both of us, because we both went to small liberal arts schools of under 1,000 students, we'd like to end up somewhere like that rather, at some point, because the kind of community you can have at small residentials is so different than at basically any other kind of school at all. But there are only so many of these, and there are fewer and fewer every year because they're not super profitable with so few people coming in. But we'll see. So spots in the demo, you do not get to hire staff. At some point you may be able to, but not right now. Someone did get shortchanged a few minutes ago. Oh, so Senior Tortoise asking that. You can shortchange people. You lose 1 store reputation point for doing so. Alright. Nam just closed the door, which means I either need to come out or talk quieter. I'm definitely being loud with the door open. But I'm going to say that's it for today, folks. Thanks for hanging out. I appreciate it. It was a lovely time, and I hope you enjoyed yourself. Must keep checking out. Must keep doing it. That was a fun game. Today was a fun time. I feel a little bad that we did not play much of Homeworlds 3, the game we wanted to start with. But it was just an absolute dump of tutorial knowledge. Absolute dump of controlling. Not too much fun. So, thank you for being here. Hope you had a good time. Not going to radio host today. Gotta get going. So we're going to do that. Tomorrow, though, I'll be back. Tomorrow, we're probably going to play that News Tower game and try to have the best newspaper in all of whatever city it's in. That said, I'm not sure if it releases tomorrow, Japanese time, or 2 days from now, Japanese time. We might fill tomorrow with something else. Maybe we'll check in on Kenshi. I'm going to say that. And I mean it. If I can't play News Tower tomorrow, I will play Kenshi for 1 day. Oh, it'll be great. All right, see you folks. Goodbye. Thanks a lot. See ya.